suffering today. Because they're suffering today. I feel like it. Own fault too late. Not listening.
What partying all night, were you?
Oh, well, so as if, you know what I mean? Feels like I've been partying all night.
A couple of years ago, I went out with my 21-year-old son to he's working at Persuasion, so I went to the pub with his 21-year-old mate. Next day I went to work and yacked up on the train station. I'm like, what was I thinking?
I love booze. I won a 5-pound bet over Weatherspoons.
Did you? Or how rubbish they are?
No, one of the friends that a friend met us in London to show us around. He was in fact, he's a true Cockney, and he showed us around. But another mutual friend in Belgium, bet me that within 10 minutes of us getting off the train in London, that this other friend would, mention Weatherspoons, like that's where we're having lunch or something. So 10 minutes later, we actually gave it 20, and then I texted Alex, "Show me 5 pounds." Then it was about 5 minutes after that the other friend brought, and that's where we did have lunch. And he came all the way over from Belgium just to pay me the 5 pounds, and then whined because while I was there, I got my own room, and when he came to visit, he had to sleep on an air mattress on the floor. Man, get over it, Alex. See, I'm sure I absolutely horrified all my British friends because we'd all been friends in a chat room online for years. And they'd all, "Oh, you gotta come visit. When you come visit, if you come visit, we'll show you this, we'll show you that." Probably never expected me to actually show up. And I did. And they were all very gracious. I keep hearing about how prim and cold the Brits are, and it's like, man, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, that's one of those.
Well, it's something that it's a Yankee prejudice, I'm sure, because, well, work with the guys, a couple of them.
Oh, it's a Hollywood prejudice. It's like all bad guys or all English. It's like Dexter, entirely staffed by English actors.
Yeah.
If you have to have an American bad guy, you make him a French. Because you get to play both sides. It's true, honestly, I'm not making this up. Like that film Master and Commander. It's a British warship fighting Americans. Oh wait a minute, we can't say Americans, we have to make it French. So the French warship that they're fighting is made in Boston. What? That one.
Yeah, that's just one of them silly things where people don't want to try and pretend that history isn't what history is.
Yeah, because, well,
Might upset someone if you mention the fact that, hundreds of years ago, this thing happened or that thing.
Yeah, because speaking from a nation that still hasn't gotten over the Battle of Argentine. Oh no, that's the French that haven't gotten over the Battle of Argentine. I couldn't believe in 2001 they were looking forward to beating the Brits in rugby because of, well, Argentina. What?
Yeah,
you guys realize that war is slightly over, right?
Yeah, I think it's crazy that shit.
Well, I don't know. In Belgium, they don't seem to care because they got a beautiful monument called Canadian Soil to honor the Canadians that fought in World War II with them. offensive. Fucking Canucks, what the hell are you guys thinking?
Train's going to crash when it gets to the Kingston.
We're not on this map where I remember this being. You took advantage of us not being around last week to rewrite it. I was quite impressed yesterday how we burned through on Vason with only 3 players. Yeah, I remember that.
Just got that. Just don't mind.
Just waiting for a couple more players to get in, but in the meantime, hello and welcome to attempt number 2 at Sprawlrunners number 17. After last week, where in a really freaky twist of timing, one of the players hacked the train network and my internet went down for 6 hours. So, well, slightly retconning things, I'll put them back on the start of the train and we'll try again. So as you remember last week, guys, you had basically got a job to get onto this train. You've secured all your equipment in a diplomatic pouch in the cargo section of the train, and you need to recover some biological material from one of the secure compartments to the rear of the train. The only way you can unlock the stuff, of course, is to get the biosignature of the owner. So you're going to have to basically escort him through the train. And I do believe the plan was to get down to the cargo car and retrieve your equipment, head back up to first class, retrieve the passenger, get down to the back of the train and get the stuff and then get off at the next stop. Relatively straightforward, really.
Roughly speaking, yeah.
Yep. So after the quirks of last week, and I took the advantage of fixing all the things that annoyed me. So when we rejoined, you've boarded the train. It's left the station. You're all together in coach number 4. No one's hacked my internet yet, so that's why we're still able to talk. And the train's got windows now, and I've slightly tweaked the lines of sights and everything on the map, so it should be a little less glitchy than it was that you had. Not that you'd seen.
We've all moved to different places.
You're all on the same coach. Still on coach
Well,
number 4.
the last thing I remember was we had just activated robots.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. That definitely didn't happen.
Okay. All right, good.
Definitely didn't happen because.
All right. I must have been. I did take a large amount of LSD last week, so it could have been a dream.
Definitely didn't happen. Definitely haven't changed things or tweaked things in any way, shape, or form.
Excellent. I didn't. I was just, when you play this game so much, you dream about it. I was probably just dreaming about rolling. I did get like 14, exploding dice in a row and killed everyone on the train with one shot,
including yourself.
Yeah, the whole train blew up. Yeah.
Yep.
It was. But then I woke up in a sweat.
So, as I say, I've tweaked the lines of sights on the train. Although hopefully things will be a little less glitchy.
Why isn't the background moving if we're in a train?
Because right.
Sounds
No, don't worry about it.
volunteering to get booted.
Because adding layers of complexity just toolbars the whole damn game.
Oh, that's interesting. It's caused a console error. Oh, Aki, you survived. You survived because I just caused the console error when I tried to roll 36 d12 plus 100 damage.
It's got something to do with falling rocks.
Damn it! Oh well, you survive. Actually, I wonder. That's a bit worrying. I want to know if that's going to happen every time I do a custom dice roll. Yes. Ooh.
I think someone reported
Something
something like that, didn't they? And it's going to be
Something's
fixed, but
broken.
it hasn't gone through. Yeah, no, IKEA's patched it, but it's not been pushed through yet.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. In that case, let's see. Update dice. I may flip. I flip out and flip back into Fantasy Grounds just to get the update.
It's something to do with Core RPG, something changing Core RPG, and he patched it, but it hasn't gone through yet.
I'm in two minds. Is it all dice rolls? Or is it just that?
I think it's only the ones where you type a command.
Okay, we might be okay then. I might just put up with it. Yeah, I think basically it's just if I type it as damage. I think if I just pick up 2d6 and roll them, I'll be okay, won't I?
I think it's only to do with when you type in a string.
No, actually, I just rolled 2d6. I just picked up 2d6 and rolled them, and it caused the console error. That's interesting. But it looks like players can do it, just not the GM.
That means we can't get any damage then. Excellent.
No, someone just caused one. Oh, no, that was me. Right, okay. I've just downloaded... Hang on. Before I do that... let me check that I am still using Savage Worlds. It is Savage Worlds pack, isn't it? So if I delete that, and then I'm just going to drop Fantasy Grounds for a sec. Sorry, guys. Bring it back up. Oh, that's a bit disconcerting. Oh God, this is going to the price I'm going to pay now, isn't it? Fantasy Grounds isn't coming back up. That's not at all worrying.
Something in the sprawl is determined for us not to finish this train mission.
Does seem okay. Shit. Game server connection was lost.
It could be you just restarted it too quick and then.
No. Every time I click start, it starts and then decides to drop back to the console again. This is yep. I'm coming to the conclusion that Unity hates me.
Close Fantasy Grounds entirely?
Yeah, I've just done that.
It's a silly question, but have you tried another? Is this the same on this computer or a different computer?
This is the one that's giving me no end of grief, so we'll see what happens. Sprawlrunners, start it up. See if it goes in this time. Just done an update.
There was just an update before we started.
Let's see if it comes back. Oh, should know better. Don't ever do that.
Good
I'm
news,
sure
it's
you
not
like
raining.
training.
Okay, now I'm paranoid because something's gone wrong. Return to launcher. Theme's gone.
According to the lobby, you're still online.
Well, yeah, that's. I'm very intrigued now. So I just relaunched Sprawlrunners, and Sprawlrunners setting had turned itself. Oh, lovely. What were we using? We're using character advances. What else were we? We fast tests, weren't we? Weren't using mass battles. We were using the Sprawlrunner setting. It's lost all my settings. It's really worrying. With the Sprawlrunners theme, and I think that's it. Yep, let's try that. Oh gosh.
I hope I saved that character sheet or I might cry.
Okay, right. Now Sprawlrunners looks like Sprawlrunners again. Your character sheets are there, and your advances.
Wibble, 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 wibble.
Oh, by the way, you know whenever it was you said I hadn't turned on plan, I hadn't got the advances update. I had. It's just each player has to turn it on themselves.
Oh yeah, you got to go into the setting and turn on plan advance.
That's right. We discovered that on Tuesday, didn't we?
We did.
Looking back.
Right. So where were we? I'm coming to the conclusion that Fantasy Grounds hates me.
Spectacle.
I'm downloading someone's database.
Fantasy Grounds obviously hates me. Just because I cast dispersions on it. It's only Fantasy Grounds
No,
Unity
the world
that
hates you.
Okay. But anyway, I'm so looking forward to see how angry I get with the Catacombs and Wrath on Tuesday, because that is just going to cause me no end of pain. In some ways, I'm glad you've already defeated the big bad. Maybe you can just bug off and not worry about the rest of the dungeon. No, I'll just keep moving you through doors walls that are doors. But they're actually doors, but only on my computer. It's really weird. I don't know how.
Aye, the funniest, I guess, when you remove the doors, you can see through the walls.
Yeah.
Dungeon? How does that work?
I have no idea. But like I say, fortunately it's nothing actually wrong with the module. I spent 2 weeks trying to work out what's wrong with this bloody map when the module's been ready to be released. But because I thought it was buggered, I haven't done it.
Do you know what? If I ever end up GMing that, I'm seriously sorely tempted to have to scale in all the maps.
I got some bad news for you.
What's that?
Venture cards are gone.
Ha ha! Forgot to turn on the adventure card extension. Hey, guess what, guys?
Wah, wah, wah.
It's a polished and smoothly run ship this GMing session this week, isn't it? Oh dear.
I was going to make a really snide remark, but I decided it was totally inappropriate in a gaming group.
Welcome to
Not
How
sure
Not,
how
how not
that
to GM
occurs, but-
using Fantasy Grounds 101. Okay, hopefully your adventure cards are back. Hopefully you haven't lost the really cool adventure cards, which I did remember not to reset. Oh dear. Oh, good old object database node deleted without cleaning up attached Lua object bug. I'll be so happy when they fix that one. Aha! Adventure cards are back. Huzzay! Hey. Ooh. I got a new error. I got a new console error I've not seen before.
Show off. Yeah, I've still got my original adventure, the same adventure cards I had earlier.
That's quite interesting. If you actually have the console going, it shows you everything. Okay, everyone. That's interesting. Every time that's interesting. Every time someone connects, they actually you actually request copies of the portraits on every connection. That's interesting. I did not know that. It also it also tells you what cards everyone's got. Not who's got them, but what cards everyone's got, because I can see the requests for the graphics for them going out. Oh well. So I can't remember if I've said this before, but I believe when we joined you, you were on the train, and I definitely don't think I've said that 4 or 5 times now.
We was on the train, we hadn't set any alarms off, and
Yep, everything's hunky dory, and I did actually fail. I know what I didn't get round to doing because I spent too much time trying to sort out other things. I forgot to make the nice, clever computer data map for the train network. Oh well. Who has... What are we missing? Merlin. Okay, so the train leaves the station. You're in coach 4. Cycling. So basically, as you look up and down the train, you can see. Hopefully, as you look up and down the train, you should be able to see all the way up to first class, and that's yeah. And behind you is the fifth. It's the fifth of the second class passenger coaches, and then behind that is the dining car, and then just beyond the dining car should be the cargo carriages.
I think the first thing we need to do is get someone to hack into the computers to disable the alarms so we can go and retrieve our special equipment from our pouch without setting any alarms off. That's just me, thinking from a unique perspective.
Is anyone going to be supporting me?
Support you for?
Yeah, if you do it for me, I mean, there's a toilet now in the train. You might want to conceal yourself in the toilet in the train.
There is a toilet in this carriage, yes.
And we can lock the door and you can rip holes in the ceiling panels. Nobody's going to disturb you. Unless you get the wires.
Yeah, I mean, actually, that's a very good point. Obviously, if we're doing it by strictly Sprawlrunner experiences, there's no such thing. If you do it as written, there's no Wi-Fi. It's all wired connection. But yeah, no. Anyway, we haven't gone that route, and I'm not changing it now. So, but you can use the toilet if you wish to. Lock yourself.
It's going to be unconscious. For
Do you want me to come and help you in the toilet?
I've just realised. Actually, I've just noticed. I have just noticed there is a potential slight issue with the toilet. I just need to sort out.
No light in there.
Can't be no. Of course, there's a light in the toilet. How can there not be a light in the toilet?
Maybe they don't want you to see that they don't clean regularly.
Good one. I like it. Anyway, there is now a light in the toilet.
So do I need to roll like an electronics roll to hardwire myself into their system first?
No, you don't need. I mean, well, let's put it like this: you can plug yourself into the system, or you can basically or you can access through the Wi-Fi. Realistically, I mean, I would say actually, why not? Let's have Aki patch you into the system because that way it makes it more interesting. And
I'll assist him with the electronics roll and let him do it because I'm pretty sure he's better.
Yeah, sounds like a good one to me. Okay.
So
Donahue, you reckon that it basically looking at through the data access panel you found behind the holographic enhanced mirror, you think you've identified the correct circuit that Donahue, that Aki should basically connect to. Aki, it seems reasonable, so you're going to see if you can patch into the data line with a +2 bonus.
+2. I got a raise.
Both got raises by the looks of it.
Yeah. So, yep, no problem at all. You basically identify what you do is you, instead of basically having to go through the public Wi-Fi system, which will then have to you'll have to then basically break through that onto the secure system. You've correctly identified the secure system, and you're already directly patched straight into that. So that means there's less.
Would it be possible? Would it be possible for us to send a message to the cargo room to say there's someone going to come and collect the package? They let us walk in and pick up our box.
Well, you could certainly give it a shot if you think you can. If you think you could send the right data encapsulation packet identifiers, yeah, certainly.
So what have I got to do to send the correct encapsulated and data packaging?
Although I have to be honest, the fun and games you will have is it's very unusual for anyone to be accessing diplomatic pouches between stations. So it's cargo. It's meant to be offloaded and unloaded and not touched.
It's a secret mission, on uncharted
I
space.
think we're going to go. I figured we're going to go with the initial idea is that there was an alarm triggered by it, so they're coming back to check on it.
Yep.
So it's not going to be that they're going to be accessing it; they're going to be checking on it. Then they can see about like sneaking it open or something.
Okay, yeah, no, that sounds more plausible. I'll go with that one.
So then, persuasion or hacking?
Ask me to do persuasion.
That's an interesting one, isn't it? Actually, I think it's just pure hacking.
Okay.
Because you're trying to convince a computer. You're trying to convince a computer system rather than anything else.
Am I supporting him on this as well or not?
Yep. Well, Donahue, you don't trigger any alarms or anything else, and as far as you're concerned, the package got sent.
Okay.
Whether you're, I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know you don't. You were surprised, and I will also add on to that. You are surprised because you really didn't think it should work. So I'm not going to say you don't know that you didn't get a 4. But it seems to have worked anyway, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Okay, so me and Wave go and get the package then, shall we? To go and check on it?
Certainly. Can I have a notice check from you, please, Mr. Donahue? Yeah. Can I have a notice check? Mr. Donahue, please. Yep, absolutely fine. A quick sweep of the systems, everything looks the way you expect it to be. Okay.
Shall me and Wave go and get the package down then?
Actually, let's see if I forgot to check. 2d8. Huzzah! Yeah, all that faffing around did fix the problem, so I'm happy with that. Okay, well, it's up to so. Well, what's
Waif, you coming? You there, Waif?
I haven't heard anything from her.
Waif, are you there, Waif?
Here.
Yeah, I just got back because I was dealing with a phone call, so I'm not even sure what's going on.
Your character exploded.
Dang it! Did I at least take out a bad guy?
No, you just was on the toilet and it was very bad.
Oh yeah, well no, that'll happen. I've done that in
From
real
your
life
perspective, Aki and Donahue went into the toilet. There was some bumping, some crashing, and some other murmurings, and now Aki's come out on his own.
With a very satisfied look on his face.
too. Okay,
As
We've
far-
hacked the computer.
sure you have.
Waif,
What?
are you going to come and help me get the diplomatic pouch?
Oh, that's right. Oh, we're back to where we were.
yeah, we've retconned back to we're just leaving our cars.
Okay, I'm right behind you, Ike. Be careful.
That's the door to the dining car. As you approach it, it should automatically open for you, revealing inside some passengers having breakfast and a bartender.
Oh, it's very exciting.
And yes, I don't actually have a moving background, but if Fantasy Grounds did support moving backgrounds and I had a moving background, then I most certainly would put it outside the train because it would look so cool.
It would look cool, but eventually they'll give us WebM files. Yeah.
Okay,
The door
so
here that needs to be hacked. Is that?
yes, that's the entrance to the cargo area.
Yeah, I'd put change the background image, then put rain on it. It goes in the direction of the train.
Except this is underground, so unfortunately there isn't any rain.
Did that work?
Electronics. Yep, that will unlock that door. You open and you find yourself into the first of the cargo carriages. It appears to be empty in here.
We're going to locate our diplomatic pouch.
As far as you can gather, it's in the next coach.
Another locked door.
Why didn't you have Donahue unlock all the doors while you guys were in the bathroom messing around?
We got distracted.
I don't even want to hear the details. Trust me.
I thought you said you were going to get a backdoor access.
I said I
Did
don't
my
want
role
to hear
work?
the details. It's like talking to my grandson. Too much information.
I'm sorry, I didn't pay the extra fee for that.
I think I forgot to put some NPCs on the map.
This room is definitely empty still.
Yes, I forgot. Haha. Dum 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 dum. Sorry, I changed everything slightly. So let's go back to there. So you open up that door. So you open up that door, and is Wayfair wearing a uniform?
No.
Okay,
I'm wearing a uniform.
She's wearing her courier leathers.
that's fine.
She always wears that leather suit.
So as you open the door, the guard turns to face you and goes, "Can we help you?"
Yep, we're coming to check on our diplomatic package. We should have had a notification.
Yes, we did have something flash up. You're clear to proceed. It's according to the manifest. It's in the next carriage.
Thank you.
She steps aside. The second guard goes over and types. a code on the panel, unlocking the doors, which I think I just closed on you because I was trying to click on Aki by mistake. But there you go.
I'm trying to keep up with Aggie.
Although actually that I'm going to stop you there. Oh, go on. I'm not going. They've got security. You got security clearance. I'm not going to be a dick about it.
I am monitoring through the as much as I can through the cameras and such.
Indeed. Make another hacking notice check, please, rather than hacking. Sorry, because you're monitoring.
That's better.
That's good. Yeah, that's fine.
You said Merlin make a what check?
Sorry, Donahue. If I said Merlin, I was mistaken. Oh, Merlin. Sorry, I didn't realise you'd be walking up to first class like you did before. There's a couple of passengers on the train. They're just asleep. They're just, as I say, they're all just trying to doze. They just ignore you as you're walking through the train. But yep. Okay, Aki, you have reached the middle carriage of the cargo section of the train, and your diplomatic pouch should be in one of the secure cargo canister in front of Waif with the diplomatic seals on it.
That door. Will we get our shit back? Yeah.
Once you get through, well, yeah. I mean, it appears totally secure, and the security shield, the diplomatic security seals appear to be intact. So,
can we get now Donahue to give us a thing that lets us bring the package back to our room? Have we got to just walk?
I'm going to interrupt the cameras so that they don't see you opening it and taking the stuff out, which we set it up to be able to do.
Yeah, you can certainly give that a shot. Go for it. Yep, no problem at all. You basically cycle the camera. You get into the security system, and obviously you find the earlier bit that shows the empty carriage and cycle it. So it just shows.
So we would have set it up. We would have set it up so we could actually access it without breaking the seals.
Well, it's just a cat. Yeah, you just need to open the case and then you can get your stuff out. Yeah.
Is that something I can do, or is that something Aki needs to do?
I'm sure Aki can. I'm sure Aki and or Waif with their thievery and electronics can bypass the system.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
Yeah.
So we need to do a roll for that, do we?
All right, so actually, well, Waif could probably give you some assistance, but yeah, I mean, all you need to do. Oh, I think what we shall do is we shall have a bit of. We'll make it a little interesting. More for me than you, I think. So all you've got to do, obviously, Waif can assist in any way she wants to with support roles and everything, but only one person can act on the system. So basically what you need to do is all you need is what should we say? You just need to get 3 successes and no failures. Sounds good to me.
Excellent.
Except you have a complication. So, unfortunately, the first thing that happened, the first complication I'm going to make before I think you roll, but there's a complication. I'm going to do an interesting sort of the two of you working together here. So, basically, as you start preparing to deal with the security system, the guard comes in to check if everything's okay. So what you'll need to do is convince the guard that everything's okay and you're not in any way, shape, or form doing anything before you can use your 9 roll. So I'll see how we'll assume that Waif will be dealing with the handling of the guard because you're obviously checking the security seals at the moment.
And my hair's growing back now.
Your hair has grown back, yes.
Yes, he was just checking the security on it. No problem whatsoever. And that would be a persuasion roll, right?
It would be, yes. Well, yes, I Okay, that's fine. Just making sure everything was okay, making sure there wasn't any problems. And the
Oh,
guard,
we'll come get you if we find a problem. Trust me.
and the guard is persuaded. I will say that you successfully deal with the complication of the guard, and then Aki, you basically start trying to bypass the security alarm system. It's an isolated circuit, and therefore something Donahue can't access remotely, and deal with that. And on the second round, you don't have any more complications, so you can just no problem at all. You bypass the security system, and everything seems fine. The cabinet opens up, and you can see the diplomatic pouch you stashed in there earlier with any equipment that people stored in it.
Which we shall take out
Okay.
and reseal.
It's obviously quite a bulky pouch, and then you reseal it without any problems. Although how you're going to explain having a bulky pouch as you go past the two guards again, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure it will be fine.
Me and Waif were in the room for a while on our own.
Yes, but you've still got to get past them with now. You went in without a big bulky set bag, and now you're coming out with a bulky bag. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
What else in the bulky bag? Because Waif would have already retrieved her shurikens and her
Point taken.
her collapsible staff.
That's fine.
She
I'll
would.
take those out.
We've got orders to do no lethal damage if at all possible. So and on this one, I think silence is a lot more important than anything else.
I thought they were leaving the bag in there and just taking the gear itself.
Oh, they probably are, but I'm assuming who else put stuff in there. But I know Queeg put his the original. The big fun is Queeg put his broom in there, which of course I suppose you just leave there and wait for him when he gets back to it. But so
I think fit a broom and a diplomatic.
Well,
What I'll do is I'll get my. How big is a compact assault rifle?
Depends. Did you buy the folding down version?
Of course, I bought the folding down version. Obviously.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did if you spent.
We have a silencer on it, Key. I don't know how many times we have to tell you that. Sometimes.
Yeah, they've got silencers.
Yeah,
here.
he has got a silencer on it. I know that for a fact. Did anyone else put stuff?
The question becomes how much would Merlin's bow collapse, and how easy is it to conceal the arrows?
Indeed. Well, maybe a case of things like that. You may find you'll just have to leave that there until you can reach it, I suppose. But I mean, you're going to have to.
Well, what I was thinking was we could get that bigger stuff, get it out of the pouch, stick it somewhere like behind the cupboard, so we know where to get it if the shit hits the fan.
Also, it does have to be said, so far all you've seen are the two guards between you and getting everything back. So if the guards don't see anything, then you're okay.
And I had my pistol and silencer, but that's
Could we distract them with some kind of thing to make them walk down to this end of the carriage while I walk the other way with the heavy stuff while Waif uses her persuasion skills?
Right, sounds like a good plan. How are you going to do that?
I will say there's something wrong. I'll move the stuff over here so it's like just casually on the side there, and then Waif can say, "Can you come here for a minute?" and get them to come in and explain something. And while they're looking the other way, I shall just walk off down the corridor with as much stuff as I can concealed, or in a bag or whatever. Yeah. Is there any bags in this place we could nick?
Aki, go wee in the corner, and Waif can then go complain about some sort of leakage.
That's not a bad idea. We go and pee over here in the corner.
Okay, you go over there to whittle in the corner.
I've got a card here that lets me rustle up a hidden stash, so I think I could rustle up a bag to put stuff in.
Well, what? Oh, what? You want to rob the train while you're here, do you?
No. I mean, like a bag that I could put the weapons and stuff in. So it's just like, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. That's absolutely no. Yeah, as I say, I mean, a diplomatic pouch is just is just terminology, isn't it, for anything? It can be any size of the diplomatic.
All right, so is it okay? So we've got the bag.
You probably
okay.
have the storage bags inside it, is what I was trying to say. I mean, a diplomatic pouch can contain cars if they want to. Do you know what I mean? It's just they just call it the pouch.
Yeah.
Historic.
So okay, so we'll pee in the corner. I'll move the bag with the stuff to above waif in the little shadowy.
And
Okay.
then
She's
I'm
distracting
gonna go call
distracting
the
them with the urine sample. I will.
We were inspecting
I
our
have a
pouch,
crazy idea.
and we noticed, some foul odor had started to rise in the car, and then we noticed some leakage, and we're a little concerned that this could, spread. We can't tell what the source is. Could you come and take a look at this before it does any damage to our pouch? Does that need a persuasion?
Yes, I think so. Just because. Oh, that looks a bit better. Can't think of an easy. It just occurred how to do it, but I couldn't come up with an easy way to get the defeated markers and actually put a yellow defeated marker as a splat in the corner there. I'm going to say that works. Both the guards wander through and examine and start looking at it and start looking around and discussing pipes and everything else.
Well, once they got their back turned, and I know Aki's got the bag, I will get behind it. I'll have him go ahead of me.
There you go. I'll even turn their backs to you just because I'm nice like that. Meantime, Merlin's up.
And as Aki's following me out, I'll tell the guards, our package is good for now. We'll probably be back in an hour or so to double check it to see if you've taken care of this leak or whatever. Okay. Make sure it hasn't spread.
I've unlocked tokens. I didn't realise they were locked again. Merlin, you're finding yourself by the door to first class. There's a sleeping passenger in this coach, but other than that, it all seems quiet.
Pow, have you got anything in this pouch?
Yeah, I was going to take a shotgun in. Shotgun and stun grenades and gel rounds, probably non-lethal, and a medical kit.
Okay, I'm not able to move because every time I go to open the door move my token, it's sitting right on the open thing.
You're right on the door, aren't you? Yeah. There you go. No. Mind you, cursor key should work. You should be able to just move yourself with the cursor keys if need be, like that. Sorry, I'll stop moving you and let you move yourself. But
yeah, because right now this map is acting weird as hell here because
it's moving around and not moving around, and
is it really? Shouldn't be.
Being very naughty. While you're trying to move it, it won't move, and when yeah, doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
All your fault. You wrote the software.
I did not write the software.
Went a bit sticky there.
I thought you were the head operator of Fantasy Grounds Smartworks.
Okay, note to self, never do a long train map again. Players complain all the time.
No, it's not. No one's complaining. It's just it's something to do with probably line of sight and stuff. It just needs to be optimised a bit, doesn't it?
Probably. Maybe I can turn it all off. I can turn off the light. I can maybe
don't worry about
lighting and line of sight. I actually, because I had this crazy idea that you may want to do something crazy like turn the lights off in the train or something.
Yeah, we might want to do that as well. See, so don't mess with it. Just leave it. We'll manage. Just go slowly. Once we get it back to being in the same group, we won't have and we're not spread out as much. It might be
not so bad.
It's quite glitching.
Yeah, so we want after we go and get the guy and retrieve the cargo, we want to all end up in the same train with the doors, external doors forced open.
Donahue, your notice you did earlier, actually, I forgot to follow up on that. It would appear that the message you sent, to let them know you were coming, did get flagged by the system, but then for some reason, its privileges were elevated, and the bitcode was corrected, and it was accepted.
Huh. I'm gonna see if I can track that.
Certainly.
That'd be research or
I think
hack?
that'll be research. I think because you're going to start trying to investigate into the log files, aren't you? And do some packet analysis. I think.
All right. Would that include my investigator edge?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Well, you got success on a 4.
All right. I forgot about the +2 bonus. Yeah. All right. I'll leave it. I'll leave it where it is then.
What you find is basically looking through the log files, you can see that sort of just after you sent the request through, you sent the request through. It was denied by the firewall and routed off for analysis. At which point, as it got routed off for analysis, the privileges on the data packet you sent were elevated, and one of the bit codes on it was changed. So when the analysis packet analysed it, it determined that the packet was correct, flagged a log file that the system has a potential error in its security systems. The packet was rerouted back through the system and delivered down to the cargo coach as requested.
But I can't tell who elevated it and fixed it.
It look, as far as you can tell, it looks like something happened. Yeah, the system did it, but
okay.
Yeah, Aki drops off your pistol. Yeah, Aki pops into the toilet as he goes by it and drops off your pistol. No problem at all. Okay, you find yourself up by first class. The door is closed, but not locked.
So just to recap, we have to grab this guy and take him all the way back down to the baggage to get the suitcase.
That's the plan.
I'm going to do a notice check on the cameras before they go through.
Certainly, be my guest.
We want him to go back to the car that Eki and I just left.
Yeah. And then if,
And
like I say, we can end this all in this.
Eki, how about we just tell the guy that we were just there checking on our own pouch and that they've got some sort of link or something there, and that we noticed a pouch designated to him and he might want to go check on
his package is in the secure area. That's why you need him. That's why you need him to open the box. But he's in the secure area, which no standard level of staff that the uniforms and IDs you've got won't get you access to. So you always knew you were going to have to break into the secure area of the train. But that's why. But taking him down with you to break in, well, you need to have him with you to get access to what you need is what I'm trying to say is. So you actually need to take him further down the train path. You basically, from the train layout, you've got the passenger section,
There's a door at the end,
the cargo section, and then the secure cargo section. And his package is in the secure cargo section. In the meantime, Donahue, yes, basically looking at the camera system, you identify the first class camera system. There's 2 first class camera systems, one for the front of the train and one for the back of the train, because there's first class at the front and back of this train. They basically, the systems are running no problem at all. You know what I mean? As in, you get.
Is there any guards or anything by the door?
As far as you could tell, looking beyond this door, there is a single guard and a single passenger.
Does that passenger match the one we're looking for?
Yes. Well, I damn well hope so. Otherwise, I'm in trouble.
All right.
Yes.
I'll let the others know that there is 1 target and 1 guard in the next cabin, next room.
He's lost his token.
How are we going to open this door without passenger 4 getting a bit intrigued? Maybe we should tell him there's some special deal going on at a restaurant.
Damn it, I've lost his token.
Oh, wait, Aki, you're in uniform, right?
Yes.
Head back down to the dining room. I'll place an order from that car.
Oh, cunning, I like it. it's the wrong map. Oh well.
I'll place an order for like it's early morning, so like a carafe or espresso or something like that, and some pastries, bacon, full breakfast, that kind of thing.
Do you just win the 1,000th customer or something like that? By the way, you've been randomly selected. Congratulations, sir.
Let them have a card or something like that.
Okay, so okay, get down the Bart. Oh, he's missing. Just noticed I'm missing something. Oh, that's okay.
Something big enough to require a cart that maybe like Waif could.
Yep. So the bartender looks up as you you arrive, your head barely reaching over the counter, and he looks down at you instead, and says, "Ah, you're new. First shift on this train."
Aye.
Ah, well, pleased to meet you. The name's Giles.
Bob.
Ah, right. You here to collect the order? I'm just preparing it now. He turns around, types in some complicated digital code into the system into a thing behind him. It makes a few buzzing noises. Out comes a fully cooked meal on multiple plates and everything. It smells quite good, actually. It's obviously first class is basically quite a lot better food than you guys are used to.
I'll need a trolley, won't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll head back. What am I doing with this food? Giving it to passenger 4?
The one in that room, but hopefully the cart's big enough that I think Waif's the shorty. Is short?
Yeah, she's only 5'2".
That she can like maybe hide underneath and get snuck in with you.
I can do that.
I can't believe I lost the token for the guy. It's perfect. Oh well, the new one's going to make him look a darn sight more rugged and heroic. Or maybe it was in portraits. I don't have a lot of portraits.
So if this is a trolley that has the closed doors underneath, Waif will climb in under.
Well, I'm liking your ideas, so I'm not going to say it doesn't. So yes, it most certainly can.
And then I'll be ready to interdict any communications from that room.
Sounds good to me. Okay, I've got a new token. I'll bung them in first class. Okay. Yep. So basically, with Waif hops into, well, obviously once you get back to the front of the train with the trolley. Yep. Waif can hop into the trolley, and you open the door to first class, and off you go.
My key hasn't come back with the trolley.
Sorry, I thought you'd gone AFK, so I was trying to move you. It's definitely jicking you back and forth there. Are you having fun in games?
It's because I've zoomed out too far. So.
All right. Hang on. Hold still.
Yeah, you're making me move upside down.
Hold still. There you go.
Fist. I'm crashing into the walls and everything.
There you go.
Train's a bit sugarly, isn't it?
And we'll put Waif inside the trolley as you open the door to first class, and they're invisible. So let's turn them on. The guard turns around and sees you. And as soon as he sees the trolley, he just backs off again and basically goes back to his station. Can I have a notice check from you, Aki, as you get to there, please? No, that's fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
I'd worry about it.
Righty ho. Okay. So as you basically you push the trolley up, and as you come adjacent to him, and you're looking you're looking around at first class here, you notice that basically in this there's a storage area behind each sort of behind, built into the chair as it were, and you notice that it appears to be storing a wheelchair.
Behind this Jake Jarrett, or whatever his name is.
Yep, Dirk Jarrett.
Dirk Jarrett, yeah.
Then looking, then when you look at him, you notice that he's sitting there, and he does appear he sort of appears to be sort of in some sort of surgically in a supportive system, and he looks a bit confused when the food turns up, and he says, "I think there's been a mistake. I didn't order that." He's not really turning his head. He's just sort of turned his eyes to look at you.
Would you care for any of it anyway, since we brought it?
I'm gonna try and
Courtesy of
direct
the
the guard to look towards the other door, to look the other way for a moment.
That's okay. Well, the guard sort of, unfortunately, the guard's coming back going. I know what you're trying to say there, but I'm just going to throw the spanner in the works. You see, first of all, goes I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's better. That's better. I'm not mind.
The guard turns around and looks at you, Aki, goes, "Is this some kind of sick joke? It was made quite clear that this whole area in first class was to be left empty. The customer paid for anonymity and exclusivity on the first class. He paid for all 6 seats, and also due to his fact he's paralysed from the neck down, he wouldn't be ordering any food because he can't eat it. What's going on here?"
I don't know. I was told to go and pick up a delivery and bring it to first class. So
I'll send a message to Wave saying the guard is right in front of you.
Yeah, and so what I'm going to do, and I don't know if this will work or not, is I'm going to make some weird noises underneath to get the guard to look under, so I can punch him in the face when he opens it instead of having to climb out and make myself vulnerable.
Well,
So
you
what
are
do I
always
need?
known to whistle off key, aren't you?
Yeah, I whistle off key, so I'll whistle the good, the bad, and the ugly for him.
Wait, we'll get copyright striked if you do that too much.
I did it. I was completely off key.
Exactly.
So was I.
So was I.
They can't copyright you for getting it wrong.
Yeah, it can actually. It's quite amusing.
Oh, that's pathetic. Yeah, it's pathetic, isn't it? Yeah.
Some guy who got copyright strike for his own music he had composed for him and had written for him. He then got the composer to redo the music completely out of tune and off kilter, and he still got copyrighted strike by some third party for a completely different tune. Again, even though it was not any tune at all. Anyway, the guard most certainly notices the off-key whistling and bends down to take a look.
Hopefully Wave gets the drop so we can...
Sounds reasonable, doesn't it?
I want to punch him right in the face real quick as soon as he opens the door and look, and he gets his face down there trying to look in.
That's an interesting. Let's try that again. Oh, there's a guarantee. There's an interesting way to get a page full of script errors. Just for anyone out there, just open the effects tab. You get the console will just have a fit.
So can I punch him?
You can
yeah.
now. The drop.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, yeah. Doing anything with the effects tab causes console errors. That's fun.
Yeah, I just got it. List 7 attempts to call.
Yeah. Okay, you hit him. You hit him with a raise.
Knock him out. I don't want to kill him.
That's okay. Add +4 damage because you do have the drop on him.
Oh, I forgot to add
That's okay. I'll
+4.
do it manually.
I was gonna say,
I'm probably not going to need it.
doing a cold shot. Yeah.
I hit him right in the face. He got his face down there to look in, and I punched him right in the face. I'm just trying to knock him out. I'm not trying to kill him.
Yep, you knock out the guard. He goes down.
And then I'm going to slip out between this seat.
Okay. You slip out between that seat. And the train carries on, the guard's unconscious, lying on the floor. Anyway, Dirk Jones going, look, it's just say that I don't know if this is I don't know if this is one of the staff making a joke, but I find it in very poor taste. I shall be writing a letter of complaint to this company, and take that food away.
And with that, Waif will stand up so she can be seen now.
Who are you? What are you doing in first class?
I'll tell the others that it's safe to go in.
Guard! Where's the guard gone?
Your guard seemed to have a bit of indisposition, and I'm going to move over here and drag him out of the aisle between the seats.
Okie dokie. Basically, you pull him out of the chair, and he will literally flop onto the floor, unable to move.
We got a wheelchair for him. Let's get the wheelchair out.
How dare you unhand me? Well, put me back in my chair. If I'm not orientated in the right way for more than 30 seconds, then the breathing apparatus will not be able to keep my lungs functioning, and I start to.
Yeah, we'll stick him in his chair quickly. Yeah, I'll hold him upright. Wave can get the chair out.
Yeah, I'll get the wheelchair out for him.
Okay.
You must have a way to transfer the apparatus to the wheelchair.
Here's a question: does he have to be awake for this job? Isn't he going to
He needs
complain
to
all
be
the way down the train?
undrugged. He needs to be undrugged, is what we found out.
Yeah, because they can detect.
You don't want to kill him anyway. You know what I mean? He's bad enough as it is.
Okay, so you basically reach behind the chair, pull out the wheelchair while Aki's holding him the right way up. He regains. He stops spluttering and sprawling.
We're not here to hurt you. We're just here to retrieve something.
As soon as you say that, a look of a realization comes across him. Goes, Monica hired you, didn't she? That
No idea.
Woman.
I know who hired us. Johnson. That's the only name we know.
I don't believe it. Well, I'm unable to resist. Let's just get this over with, and once I work out who you all are later, I will sue you all to high heaven. And the company.
Yeah, if we find you to be really annoying, we might kill you. But but we usually don't.
We wouldn't kill him. He might have an accident with his oxygen if we don't reconnect him right?
Oh yeah, I look at Wave and go, oh yeah, if it's oxygen, yeah, if he has an accident, yeah, accidents sound good.
Maybe when that guard passed out, he, bumped into his chair.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're not going to hurt you, not unless we have to. So keep your mouth shut unless
Not
we
that
ask
we
you.
wouldn't, but
I suspect we may well need to make sure that certain people are no longer on hold. So.
Now we've got to go further down into the train. We've got to go back the way we came.
Yes, because I'm evil like this.
I'm sure some of these passengers are secret guards or something.
No.
Don't give him any ideas. He might not have thought of that. Now you just told him.
you got to go back down to where our courier pouch was.
At which point, I am actually going to have passengers. I was going to have passengers interacting and doing things and being nosy, but and maybe being being train marshals. You get Sky Marshal, what train marshal? Excuse me. What do you think you're doing? I don't believe any of you got first class ticket. Oh my word! What are you doing to that poor man? And passage starts trying to muscle past you, Merlin and Pow.
I slam the door in his face.
I will use one of my trank patches and I will slap it on his neck.
Okie dokie.
Excellent. A trank patch. Brilliant.
Yeah, I've got them as well. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
Just effective and a whole lot cheaper.
Okay, so that's just a nice straightforward touch attack. I've targeted him for you. Just slap a trank patch on him, Mr. Merlin, sir.
Trying to find, there it is, a melee attack.
With +2 on top of that. So you're fine. You hit him with a raise. He basically falls asleep instantly. Which, for all intents and
And we'll
purposes,
settle him quietly back into one of the seats.
indeed. Which, for all intents and purposes, yeah, he's unconscious for the rest of the adventure, so we'll just pop him down. So yeah, no problem at all. You just pop him on that seat there, and he'll snore his way, possibly all the way past his stop. But we won't worry about that. will we?
Not our concern. Yep. At which point, Merlin will go ahead and start walking down the tunnel to the next passenger.
Passenger number 3 appears to be sleeping in his head against the window and snoring.
You should ensure he's sleeping.
No, I won't use the patch unless I have to, but I will quietly sit here so that if he wakes and stirs, I'm in a position to be able to unstir him.
Interfere.
Sounds good. What about the rest of you?
Well, Aki and I are following with Derek or Dirk.
Dirk, yeah. I shall make him an ally because then you guys. I think if I make him an ally, you guys can move him manually, can't you? You can just click move him. I don't think you need his stats to.
So by now we would have gotten this far.
And I'll be keeping Overwatch on the other.
Once we made sure it's clear in this one, Aki and I would have.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a notice check. Donahue, see if you notice anything.
Okay. Interesting.
What's interesting?
Note. There we go.
Oh,
there might be a couple of notice rolls there in a row.
That's okay. No, that's absolutely fine. Thank you very much. You do pick up some messages coming across the system. It appears someone was trying to. It appears that some power requests were denied by the system, as if someone was trying to get some more power, and the onboard train system sort of denied it.
Can I tell where they wanted more power?
Somewhere in the secure area.
Can I get into the cameras for that?
It's a completely separate system. You'd probably have to patch in the secure area coaches to be able to monitor them. But obviously, once you're inside the first one, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's an isolated system. It's almost like it's almost as if they're.
Oh, seeing that this one is clear.
Can I check the footage history for anyone entering or leaving that room area?
Basically, you could certainly go back to check. You can't actually check anything on the secure system, but you can certainly check anyone going out of the cargo area into the secure system. No one has done that since the train left with you guys. Although,
okay.
Make a research roll. You'll get your +2 on that. So, what you do notice going back through the logs is 10 minutes after leaving the station, the train did register a power drain that it had to compensate by increasing recycling and increasing the reactor efficiency, and it was an additional 25% power requirement, and the diagnostics were investigating it and possibly flagging up an alarm, but apparently it was accepted and reset.
Okay, so to summarize, so something is drawing more than expected power from the secure area. Somebody has approved it to be given more and more power.
That's what it looks like to you, yes.
Maybe they found some kind of leak.
No, I'm betting we've got some kind of robot or something like that in there. Is it possible to send too much power to it, like to overcharge it and damage it?
There are probably safety protocols in place that will possibly damage the train, and if you try that, but you could certainly, and again also, you can't sort of be that pinpoint specific. All you can do is sort of increase the energy output around the train, if that makes sense. But
So that's not too feasible then. All right. I'm gonna try and like totally drag the power down, like minimum power, low that less than not enough to cause any damage to the train, but enough that whatever in there that needs power is being weakened,
Shorted its power.
yeah,
short of its power.
Yeah, sure. Go on. Yeah, you can certainly try registering excessive power usage and try and get the system to recycle back down to 100%.
Well, like I said, I want to try and reduce the power below,
Yeah, sure.
like
Yep.
absolute minimum for what that car needs. Like
Well,
below even normal operation.
Like I say, the best you can get is, because obviously you can't actually directly access the secure area of the train. The best you can do is sort of reduce power throughout the whole train.
Okay. I'm gonna Benny that. I want better.
In a kind of crazy mixed up way, I hope it is a big robot and not a containment unit for something.
That's better.
That would be rather amusing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I will also warn the rest of the party that there's something drawing power, probably some kind of robot or cyborg or something like that in there.
If I don't know if this will work actually. What happens if I do that? Oh, that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll send an alert, warning everybody, apologies, unexpected thing, power issues, please do not be alarmed. Situation is being worked on.
Power just ramped back up to 100%. In fact, 115% back to where it was before. The passenger wakes up as the lights go out and comes back on. Here's the announcement about. Here's your announcement that you send out about problems with power, and obviously it gets digitized and sent out by the system. We're just currently encountering power issues. We should resolve it shortly. And the lighting all comes back on, and the passenger turns around and looks at you, Merlin, behind him, and goes, "You've got to admit, these new trains—they're very impressive at how quickly they can fix faults." And then turns back and looks the other way again.
I'm
just a little nervous over the fact that they're having the faults in the first place.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you always used to get flickering lights on trains. I remember that from my childhood. But yeah, I do.
By the way, this guy that we're dragging about, how does he get around normally?
In his power chair.
Yeah, but does he have anything bigger he takes a ride in?
Quite possibly, but it possibly doesn't fit on the train, which is why he's in a manual. No, to fit onto the train, it's a standard medical wheelchair rather than probably what he usually uses.
I was just being paranoid. I thought that what he normally uses might be waiting for us.
Could well be.
Could
well be.
Little head on a big massive body,
Mm. I'm going to do that. Oh dear, that's bad. Let's try something else. Oh, that's better. Donahue, you certainly see you see someone erecting a firewall around the power control systems on this train.
I'm going to interfere, but also send a message to him.
The only reason you saw it is basically there was a miscode that caused a warning, and okay, you send a feeler out, and you send a feeler out to sort of a package acknowledgement. Actually, has the light not come back on in your compartment? Oh yes, it has.
I'll send a thing asking him what his purpose is.
That's fine. There is. You definitely get the sense that the message was read but not acknowledged. Anyway, back to everyone else. This passage.
I'm going to warn others. There is another hacker doing something on the train as well, and he's better than me.
Well, I think Key and I would have been continuing to move forward as long as we weren't running into any obstructionist types. Because the quicker we get this done.
There's another guy sitting in a chair there. Do we need to knock him out?
Well,
Merlin, can you come and put a sleeping patch on someone for us?
I can punch him.
Yeah, but sleeping patches is less.
Oh, is somebody needing to be put to sleep?
As a passenger, he might be needing to put to sleep. Best if he didn't see anything. Then he can't. Look, he started moving. Look.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm supposed to be doing. Is pre-setting so I can.
Excuse me, Mr. Jared. Are you expecting to be on the move with these individuals? The passenger asks, and seems with his hand inside his jacket. Let me knock those tokens.
Oh well, I would have moved. I would have moved before, but okay.
Point taken. I see what you're saying. Yes, I will allow that. Then I will let you record that point.
Are you going to put a patch on them then?
Well, I guess I can try to. I guess I probably ought to roll a stealth check to see if I can sneak up on him, right?
Yeah, sounds like a good move.
So I'm going to start arguing about train times.
Okay. Passenger number 3. Where's his notice? Assuming you're happy with a 4.
Yeah, I think I will.
He gets +1 because I'm in his face.
Yeah, I guess the 4 is what I'm going to get.
Yep, the 4 was good enough until I'm afraid I spent a penny on it.
Of course.
So you're basically basically as you try to get closer, he goes, "Any closer, elf, and I'll ventilate you."
Oh, promises.
Right. So I'm definitely going to spring this into thingy. As I say, spring it into combat rounds as he basically definitely starts withdrawing his hand from his inside pocket. Wait.
I'm going to withdraw my hand from my inside machine gun.
Us want gunfire, so Waif is going to move past Aki and Pow Pow.
Go for it.
I will stand aside and let her get past quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, because I can try to take him down without, drawing everybody on the train.
Yep.
I've got a silencer and rubber bullets, so.
And we're not trying to kill people.
Where is passenger number 3? He's way down. He's down behind. Oh, passenger number 3. I can rename him now.
I'm just knocking him out. I have to always qualify that even with my bare hands, don't
I? No, you don't. Well, actually, that's not strictly true. Try a common knowledge check.
Okay. I'm assuming that's for Donahue.
It was, yes. Sorry. Okay, yeah, you knock him out, clean and cut. You knock him out, and down he goes.
And
Oh, yes,
minutes
you do,
feel like
Donahue.
sleep.
Nearfall, he basically yes, you do know the name. It's well, actually it's one of I don't want to tell you the real one now. I need to come up with the wrong one now. Nearfall, it's a play on words because obviously Neo being it's obviously has the anagram nature of one and being fun of back to the Matrix and everything, but obviously it's a play on neophyte as in a noob and all that, and for some reason there is some shadowy hacker out there who likes to pretend he's a noob and calls himself neophyte or neophile sometimes, and basically no one exactly knows what he does, but he always works for the big paying corporations and basically has a ruthless reputation for efficiency and electronic elimination.
Okay. I will pass this on to my coworkers and warn them that you're going to face some tough resistance. This guy's...
We've taken down all the less tough stuff so far. If I remember properly, there were passengers in the car ahead, I tell Merlin.
I think I've just killed the wrong one, but it doesn't matter. Trade marshal goes down. Jared goes, look, whatever she's paying you, I'll double it right now.
No, I don't think so. It's a whole thing of
reputation.
reputation.
You just have to give me access to a mobile phone so I can contact the bank.
You bringing him, Aki?
Yes.
You know, if you don't stop, we're just gonna have to like muzzle you, dude.
Don't want to have to beat you, but we will if we need to.
Just put a muzzle on him. Gag.
I'm going to unlock tokens. There we go. Sorry.
Who's there, Merlin?
I'm going to tell Merlin there's a couple passengers in the car ahead.
Okay.
That's the barkeeper and the passenger, yeah. He's just
I'm not going to be able to tag both of them, so be aware of that.
What you want to do, one and I'll do the other.
What you can't handle, come on, Aki, push that chair. Don't let him talk anymore.
Great breakfast as always, Giles. Thank you very much. The passenger basically, whoops, I've just turned pow. The passenger basically finishes eating and says, "Oh, excuse me," and steps to a side to let Aki push Dirk past. Dirk probably shouts, "Help! Help! They're kidnapping me!"
That's why I told Aki to put a gag on him.
I just got my hand over his mouth if he tries to speak.
Oh, okay. In that case, that'll be opposed athletics. Then let's try that.
Me interrupting? Am I interrupting him trying to talk?
No, he's just going to basically. He's going to attempt to move his because he can only move his head. He's attempting to move his head away from your hand, so it would just be athletics. He got a 1, so it's fine.
I mean, how athletic can a guy in a wheelchair paralyzed from neck down really be?
Exactly.
Not really good. I'm not going to be violent about it. I'm just going to make sure he can't, just like...
So, okay, you just clap the hand over the guy, goes, "Oh," I says, "Yes, I know."
Stop with that drooling now, sir. I'll get you a tissue.
Yes, indeed. Goes, "Strange stuff." And he goes, "Oh, Excuse me, there seems to be an unconscious passenger. Oh no, you put him on a chair. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You slumped him on a chair. He goes,
Slumped in chairs,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
exactly. I'll give you the benefit of that. And he goes back and he walks down the train. I don't know how far he's got, but that's the end of him. So he doesn't shout, "Help! Help! I'm being kidnapped." Giles goes, can I welcome? Can I get breakfast for any of you?
Just a cup of coffee for me, please.
The service droid comes out and starts cleaning the table up. He goes, "Sure," and he turns around and obviously he goes over to the Instamatic food generation unit, and 30 seconds later, a steaming liquid appears that has the resemblance of coffee. I wouldn't say it is coffee, but definitely has the resemblance.
Well,
of it.
yeah, no, I understand that. And I will start doctoring my coffee until these guys move into the next car.
It's not letting me move my token.
Token shouldn't be locked.
No, it's not that it's locked. I can't pick it up and move it at all. And now
Oh, I'm getting some serious lag.
and I'm getting some
Yeah.
weird ass stuff on the map overall.
I might just turn the lights off and be done with it. There you go. See if that makes any difference.
It's jumping everywhere.
It's just the map's too
See,
big.
I thought it was my system, but
Okay, I accept the fact the map's too big. I apologise, guys. Stupid me. I'll go back to the old-fashioned way of doing it, where you have to S it. You know what I mean? Down the screen.
This is the first cargo door. Be ready to open it.
That is the first cargo door. Yes.
Now something's frozen me up entirely here. I mean, I can see everything clear. I'm not getting a little spinny thing, but I can't move anything. I can't click on my sheet.
Is it showing you moving now?
Nope.
That sounds like okay. So, I'm afraid I managed to break the game. Hurrah!
Closing the image window and opening it back up does help. But after I have it open for a while, it does seem
Okay, I've turned.
circuiting
Yeah, I
laggy.
think it's obviously a bit too much, isn't it? So I've
Okay, it's letting me move it now.
I've turned the
So-
lighting off. I'm hoping maybe if I basically downgrade it to not having lighting as well as everything else. You know what I mean?
I think that seems to be helping at least a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've turned the. Yeah. Well, the lighting was a nice touch, but we won't worry about it.
We go into a room where the lights are off, then turn it on for then. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this door, I take it this door is open or closed.
The door from the dining car isn't closed, but when you try to get to the next door, which is the cargo area, it appears to be closed again.
Yeah, it's locked. I can't open it. This opened when you guys came through before.
Yeah, Aki opened it. Does somebody want to grab the wheelchair? Aki, come see if you can fix this door again. When I hover over the door, it's saying open. Now it's saying closed.
Aki, you unlock the door. No problem at all. And just at the same point you unlock the door, securing the knowledge you didn't do anything wrong, a security alarm goes off. The whole length of the train.
Almost everybody behind us is unconscious.
Yeah, okay.
You got the doors open though.
Got the doors open.
I'm gonna try and. Can I see that he's gonna trigger the alarms?
The first indication you get about it is that when they go off, but you can obviously, you can still obviously, interesting. You can still attempt to, like you did last time when the internet went down. Touching wood, it doesn't happen this time. Obviously, this is an internal train alarm at the moment. The packet hasn't been sent off outside the train system yet, so you can, like you did last time, attempt to try and intercept that.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Which you do. You do.
All right. I then wanted, and if I can, I want to say that the intrusion is in the secure compartment.
Okay. In the meantime, however, I'm afraid the guards obviously have been. They did get an alarm, and they do turn round. And so let's see what happens. And off we go. Aki.
The alarm's gone off, have they? Right.
They have indeed.
Well, I've got rubber bullets in the silencer.
That's okay.
I'm not going to use that. I'm going to step forward and hack the fucker with my.
Can I have a notice check from you, Doddy Hugh, please?
Okay.
Ooh, nice one. You do pick
Have
up.
you left tokens unlocked? You've unlocked. You've got a lot of
Nice,
tokens.
unlock the tokens. Thank you. You pick up on the fact that basically there seems to be levels of security aboard these trains, and what you pick up on is someone's activating the turret defense system in the car just ahead of the party. Anyway, Aki, see what you want to do about that when the time comes.
I'm assuming wait till my turn, right?
Basically, yeah. I'm just because of the notice check, you get to notice it before and deal with it. If you is what I'm saying is. I just thought we could have some fun here, where we could have two hackers just trying to override systems at the same time. It's going to be interesting. So, just curious to see what you come up with. Aki, you advance on the guard, who is standing there with with one of the shock truncheons they are equipped with. Going, please goes. Oh, it's you again. What's going on? Seeing the assault
I'm going to go.
Seeing the assault rifle in your hand, go. That's not standard issue.
Yep, but while they're looking at the assault rifle, I'm going to whack her on the end of it which is hanging on my shoulder. I'm going to smack her with the shot club.
Go for it. That's a hit. Roll. That's a vigor check, isn't it? At -2. Vigor check -2, or be stunned. Okay, this one is stunned and goes down. Basically, drops to the floor, frothing and gibbering. The other guard sees what's going on. The other guard sees her friend drop and runs to there, getting line of sight on you, and fires her stun gun at you. Oh, that does hit. Even at extreme range, that's still a hit. I do believe a stun gun is the same thing.
I've got to make a vigor roll of that.
Vigor check. At -2, or be stunned. That's a 3. That's a fail. It looks like you're being stunned as well, mate.
Harm. That's better. I'm not being stunned.
You're not being stunned. You resist the effect. Waif.
Waif is gonna see the guy with a stun gun focused on our key, and she's gonna.
You're stuck on the doors again, aren't you?
There I go.
Let me move you to there. There you go. Yeah. Hang on. You're there. So
I have 8 on move, so I can get all the way up to him.
I'll move you to 6, and then you can decide how you want to move the final couple of inches, as it were. Okay. You target the guard. Oh my word! I think
I do well. Yeah, it's non-lethal. We're just trying to knock him out.
Well, that damage. Okay, non-lethal damage coming right up.
She's over unarmed.
Okay, the guard is knocked out. That brings us to Pow Pow.
Righty-ho. I think Pow Pow will go for I guess is that thing going to shoot him? Oh, it's face. Yeah, I think because there's 2 drones are there. Target him.
Giles, the bartender, dives behind the bar.
Target
Oh, he's targeting people.
Yeah, let's just target everybody. Hey, why not? It'll cast. Yeah, we'll cast Protection with more armor. In case those turrets fire.
Go for it. Protection with more armor. Stuff.
Armor, isn't it? Oh, well, that's just a normal success. Plus 4. And then that's me, and I'll work out dark window.
Okay. Personal. Yep. So basically, my word, powers of protection everywhere. Okay. This security. Whoops, that's wrong person. Security drone comes online. What's its pace? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It fires an automatic stun gun at Waif. Hitting once by the look of things. So that'd be a vigor check from Waif, please.
Except for the thing, the protection won't protect you against stunning, but I just hope you just the off chance it will start flying more.
Yes. Waif, you're fine. These don't have the, because of their size, they don't have the enhanced. And this could be interesting. I don't know if I can select. Yes, I can select the drone. The drone flies off out of the cubicle and fires its automatic stun gun at Aki, hitting once. Actually, parry range, so yeah, you're able to sort of dodge the first one. But the second one hits you with race, so I'm afraid that's a vigor roll at -2. Yep, you're absolutely fine. That brings us to Donahue. The turret, the targeting system of the turret is activating.
Okay. This guy has been better than me.
Actually, he's been better than you for the record. He's just been luckier than you.
I don't know that though. I think
I
he's
know
better
you
than
don't.
me. So I am going to come at this sideways, and I am going to update the friend or foe targeting profiles.
Yes.
To include my friends. My party is our allies and the guards, the security drones. I'm going to update the file and force an update on it to my coworker. My guys are good, and everybody else's enemies to be
sounds good to me.
Targeted.
Go for it. Yep, that I'm not going to be mean about it because you basically succeed and you reprogram the targeting system. The turret is now classified as friendly.
Okay.
Merlin.
I'll yell back to Merlin, bring Derek. It's clear this way. Mostly.
That includes Derek as not to be targeted.
Drat you. You realised just in time when I noticed you hadn't said. I was going to shoot him.
You're so mean.
Well, the whole point was you do have to try and keep the guy alive through the train. That was the whole point of it.
Yeah. So Merlin is going to step up behind Dirk and push him forward a little bit. We're not going to go far because we don't want to get too much in the middle of all of this.
That's fine.
I am also going to kind of keep an eye on this service droid here behind us to see if he starts to do anything violent.
Well, funny you should say that. He does appear to basically, he basically drops all the stuff he's cleaning and starts advancing towards you. His cleaning implements changing, and basically the power mop he's using starts spinning at an alarming rate as he advances towards you. A bit like Maximilian, if you've ever seen The Black Hole.
Yes.
Right, Maximilian's here.
It's really small though. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean. But
It's more like Bob then. All right.
How weird! I watched that yesterday.
Okay.
Back when Disney made good movies.
It's a terrible film, that was.
It was not bad for 1970, whatever it was.
It's The Tempest, really, isn't it? Okay, so the turret will activate. It will fire the rapid. It will basically target the security drone behind it and fire its rapid stunner at it. Hitting once. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to affect it. Okay, on we go. Who's on hold? Oh, no, we don't care about people on hold. Next round. That brings us to Donahue.
Okay.
If the other fellow was up to anything, it doesn't appear to be apparent at the moment.
I'm going to bet that the service droid has left security on it. So I'm going to hack it.
Okay.
And then use it as a meat shield, metal shield, whatever, for allies.
Okie doke.
So it'll move up to like in front of Dirk and actively be like providing cover and stuff.
Yep, no problem at all. Okay. No problem at all. I shall take where is the service droid? There's the service droid. The service droid is going now, which is fine. So I need to do that, I think. There you go. It's now your service droid. Did I give it a base? Yeah. As you can see, it can't do a lot, but there you go.
Clean up.
Did you get
I'll
Is it not letting you
run, I guess?
No, unfortunately they can't run because they technically fly, if that makes sense. As you say, be a meat shield. Okay, the security drone is basically
And I do warn the allies about that I took it over. They don't target it.
Yeah. The security drone fires its automatic stun gun at Waif, but basically Waif avoids both shots. And the other one does the same on Aki. Again, and Aki's the same, but the two of you just dodge and flex out of the way quite nicely. Okay. You see, you basically see some activation codes being sent through the train, triggering other systems, but you're not entirely sure what, and it doesn't appear to be anything directed at this car. Guard number 2 remains stunned. Waif.
Waif is going to approach the security drone that keeps shooting at her, and I'm not sure how high it is, but I can use my staff no matter how high.
That way you can hit them. It's a train, isn't it? You know, it's got to fly quite low to not avoid hitting the heat ceiling. You hit it.
I'll Benny the damage one time.
Okie dokie. Bad luck.
Whoa. Okay.
That's really, really.
Especially since I can punch people in the face, takes them down in one hit, you know.
Well, yeah, but robots are a little less susceptible to punches, aren't they?
That's why I was using my staff instead of my.
Yeah, I know. What's Aki up to?
Gonna kill this security drone. I suppose. Can I stun a security drone with a stun gun? Or stun baton?
Well, yes. Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's this. At the end of the day, you're putting an electrical charge through it. It won't actually kill it, but it will stun it in inverted commas, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? You can stun robots in XCOM, so I don't see why you can't stun them here. When you hack them, you can stun them or shut them. Well, you shut them down, don't you? It shuts it down, which is the same as a stun. Hit with a ray, so that will be its equivalent of vigor at -2.
-4.
No, afraid not. You stun it. And it basically plops to the ground. Okay. The turret, the turret's going to shoot fire the rapid stunner at the security drone. Hitting 3 times by the look of things. 1. Oh, I lost it. Where's it gone? 2. 3. Shaking the other drone by the look of things. Fly. Oh no! Got shaken twice, so it actually basically overloads it, and the drone basically collapses to the floor in a shower of sparks. Pow pow.
Just to be safe and sorry, I will there. So I'm standing over guard 2 and I'm going to stomp on him.
Okay, go for it. There you go.
Basically, I don't want him to recover. Please.
Yep, go for it. Stomp on guard number 2. Okay, that's a hit with a raise.
Weighted dice, man. They was on a 2 and they just suddenly flipped over to 6s. Got magic dice.
Well, I did say non-lethal, didn't I?
I don't think you did, but I'll be nice and say.
Well, I'll see. Look at that game comes out in chat. Look, non-lethal.
Ironically, actually, I think it was non-lethal because I think I changed it back to lethal, but it's okay. You knock the guard out. That brings us to Merlin. that service drone that was approaching you stopped doing the whole Maximilian spins thing and then basically just floated up and hovered in front of you with its back to you.
Look out, pow pow, coming through.
Yeah, so you've still got a security drone too.
It's stunned.
And you know what? I think I will run this round just to get. Oh wow, just to get a little further.
No problem at all. No problems. And I think that's us done. So we're on to the next round. Oh, look at that. 3 jokers went out. 2 of them for me. Donahue.
Okay. I'm going to try and throw up a, since I got the Joker, I'm going to try and throw up a firewall around that secure one so that I can prevent them from doing anything else to the train. Like they're going to be limited to that room in particular, that secure room in particular.
Oh, I like it. Go for it. Yeah, what you're doing is you'll be setting the target number I have to beat before I can do anything in there.
I'm going to Benny that.
Okay.
That seems good. I'll leave it there.
Okie dokie.
At 7.
No problemo. Where are you? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do. What I need to do is I need to do that. And then I need to do that. And then I need to do just for that, because that shouldn't have changed this one. Yeah, that worked. I like it. Okay. That's absolutely fine. Okay, and you have a service droid.
I'll continue having to do the same thing, flying up and acting as a shield.
The service droid does register that 2 other service droids have activated in the same room and seem to be heading in the opposite direction. Well, heading towards the front of the train. I'm not sure if they're showing up on the I don't think they're showing up on the map, so that's a bit unfair to do that.
Okay. No, I'm still going to have it go backwards because these shock things are more.
Okay, that's fine. I'll move it back. I just wanted to give you the options.
I got my pistol, so.
No problemos. Okay. Right. What I need to do is I need to work this one out. Actually, yeah. So the easiest thing to do is if I do that. Will that work? Yes, it did. I like the fact that it did that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do. Oh, okay. I'm just going to give you that. Something appears to be trying to penetrate your firewall.
Okay.
So your avatar represents your firewall, as it were, for some cyber combat, which means your toughness has been set to what you set your firewall to, if that makes sense.
All right.
So this basically, this avatar over here is going to attempt to breach your firewall. Of course, fast tests are going to kick in there, aren't they? Do you know what? Actually, I quite like the idea of the fast test. So basically, but anyway, what it's meant to do is your hacking damage, isn't it? But so I won't worry. I'll ignore the fast test. The 10 hits you. The way to cheat that is actually to the way to cheat that for fast test would be to turn hacking into fighting, even though it's hacking, if that makes sense. But anyway.
Well, fighting is a utility for hacking.
Exactly. No, I'm just thinking about Fantasy Grounds way of, because of the problem with the fast test being turned on. If I try to use hacking for combat, it treats it as a fast test. So you know what I'm trying to say. So for avatars, although combat is actually hacking, then if you use the fighting skill as a weapon, then that would work. That's what I did wrong. I need it to be a weapon, don't I? Rather than... Sorry, it's me just working it out myself, how we got worked out to do it. I think what we actually need to do is create a weapon with the type of hacking. How much damage do you do when it's hacking?
It does it counts a successful attack causes a D4 plus the operator's hacking die, as usual, plus 1d6 if a raise. It's also used to calculate their parry, which will be 2 plus half their hacking skill.
Yeah.
If the fighting utility is not loaded, and I do have it loaded, parry is 2.
Okay, and your hacking skill's D8, isn't it?
Yep.
Wonderful. So then what I do on the avatar is I do the same thing. I create an attack with a custom attack type of hacking, doing its hacking damage plus D4. Should be how it does it. Let's see if that works.
It should be. Create an attack.
That's not annoying that I just created it, but it's not showing up on the combat tracker. Okay, so if I do a cyber attack now, what happens? Yeah, see, that works. So yeah, you just have to you just create a custom attack, and then on the combat tab, and then of course it's an attack. So anyway, your defense is your parry, which shouldn't change, so that should be okay. I'm going to just leave it at that. So it literally basically it takes the form of this sort of ninja warrior, and basically this katana just crashes into your shielding and has no effect. There's just sparks everywhere. Merlin.
Well, I think we need to go ahead and work at getting this container open. It's in the second car, correct?
It's the secure area.
Yeah. Okay.
Third car of the secure area.
Woohoo, I get to run a whopping 8 this time. Well, at least it gets us to the door.
It does indeed.
And
AFK for 1 minute.
That's okay.
Dirk, I understand that you want to keep your property and that you're upset with this woman for trying to steal it from you. All we really know is that it's got a 12-hour shelf life. Are you willing to tell us anything else?
Stupid woman. It goes. My lawyers will be suing everyone because of this. This train company is finished. You hear me? Finished!
Well, we're just a little better at doing these things than the train company is. But that's not what I asked. I asked if you are going to if you're going to let us know a little bit more about what it is that we're trying to acquire, because maybe we failed to acquire it. Basically, this is my attempt to find out a little bit more about our
Make
package.
a persuasion roll. Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, this ought to be interesting. Good fail. Oh no.
Not a quick fail. I'm not suggest. I mean, but keep going. You may break him down. Obviously, I will give you bonuses for good role playing and common sense there. So don't worry, you may get through yet. Just trying to think how he would remain. Okay, that other security drone seems to basically showing signs of coming back online, but that's all it's doing. That should have been on hold with the Joker bonus, but fair enough. Service droid number 3 is going to start floating down the corridor.
Floating droids? You have a laugh.
Waif.
Okay, Waif has heard Donahue through the communications that he's going to need help back there. I know that we need Eki to get through these doors. I'm going to run back to make sure that...
Well, I wasn't sure if Merlin could like target him or something since he's at the back.
Actually, he's at the front of the back because he's pushing.
And Merlin taking charge of
Sorry,
it.
Pow Pow. Pow
Yeah.
Pow's at the back.
Yeah, Pow Pow's at the back. Oh, look at that! Waif's on a power charge.
That's only 12. That gets me up to the bartender.
That does indeed.
16, and then because
Bartender's still crouched down behind the bar, whimpering a lot.
Donahue is essentially helpless, because he's...
Oh, he's unconscious at the minute.
Not Donahue.
Yeah.
Oh, well, technically, from my third point of view, yes.
That takes me another 10. That gets me up to this first service droid.
Well, actually, if you really want to metagame it, it will get you to there, but so you can run through the first service droid as you go by it, if that makes sense. So I've targeted it for you, so you could literally run up to it, smack it, and if you take it down, keep going.
Okay, well then I'm gonna run up to it and smack it.
Okay, go for it. I've targeted it for you, so feel free to make. I'll accept the move afterwards, or I'll move you back. You know what I mean, accordingly to whether you put it down or not. So don't worry about the fact you're not adjacent to it. Just make your attack. You hit it. Roll that damage. Yep, you shake it. So you basically move on to there, leaving that droid shaken.
I let Donahue know I'm on my way. That would be my turn.
Would indeed. Actually, I've just realised something. I'm going to take the turret off hold. And I'll move the map. I should be able to do that. And then do that. Basically, the turret in front of you suddenly opens fire. You duck to the side, and as Tracer Far shrieks down the corridor, through the next coach, narrowly missing Waif and just peppering around Service Droid 3, but missing completely, as that turret literally is just opening fire down the train because, of course, the friend or foe targeting system saw it. Okay. That brings us to Pow Pow.
Right, so the droid next to me is waking up, is it not?
The droid next to you is waking up, yes.
Yeah, it's waking up. Right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to step up to the droid. Put it with a shotgun. Hell, I'm going to hit the run die as well, just to add insult to injury.
Just curious to see how only who picks up on the hint. I should have mentioned that earlier. Sorry. You hit it. One point short.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Like, it's just going to mush. It's a piece of gel, not a shotgun cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't going to go through.
Did you bring any armor penetrating weaponry?
No, I didn't, because I thought, oh, non-lethal, right? And
okay.
then from
I've got both options, so we're covered.
My second action, going to cast Summon Ally. Summon all the air rushing past the train. Some of it's going to come inside in the form of a Storm Spirit.
A Storm Spirit, okay.
Or maybe not.
Well, they don't like you, do they?
No, they don't like me. Because I don't behave myself.
Was it going to be a Storm Spirit, or a Fast Storm Spirit, or a Powerful Storm Spirit, or a Fast and Powerful Storm Spirit?
The answer
I don't
is
think
yes.
it's going to be any Storm Spirit.
Okay.
Oh, that's me.
Don't forget to spend the one power point for the failed. Aki.
Right, I'm going to pull out my hand. I'm going to pull out my Mech Tech light pistol with silencer, which is loaded with live ammo and a silencer, and shoot that droid that's just waking up.
Go for it. You hit it. You destroy it.
Excellent.
It explodes into a shower of sparks.
Well, hopefully I shot it somewhere that it don't explode. It just shuts down, and quietly I hit it in the neurocortex.
Okay, Aki, you're up. Oh, you can move, and then it's you can move for your next action. So you've got your pace from the last action, plus then you'll first go on the new round. So you move to there at the end of last round.
Did me again go? Okay, right. And now I've got to try and get to this door open, haven't I?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Doesn't appear to be locked. You can just open it. That one's open. Yeah, it's the other one. Yep. Okay. Right, I'm just going to interrupt you there.
I see a turret.
Yeah, you get +2, don't you, when someone attempts to interrupt you?
I do.
You need to beat a 9, otherwise the turret interrupts you. It's a good job Merlin didn't open the door, because then Dirk would have got shot. Okay, it goes first.
And that's at least part of why Merlin didn't open the doors, because he didn't know what was on the other side.
Fair enough. You get hit 3 times by the turret.
Let's hope this armor plating and stuff works.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry. They say that these are like rubber gel bullets. They're non-lethal damage, but they do hurt. Yeah, they will knock you out if they do enough damage to you. So the armor plating does appear to work as you're pounded with gel bullets for no effect. Back to you.
I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
I'll do 2 actions actually. I'm going to shoot it twice.
Okay. Okay, you shoot it and hit it.
Son of a bitch. No, I'll shoot it.
Hang on a second.
Miss.
intrigued by something.
I missed. What are you intrigued about?
Why that pistol doesn't have any armor piercing?
This is a stolen mech tech light pistol with no armor
Oh, maybe
piercing.
light pistols don't have AP.
I'll pull out my assault rifle for the next thing. You know what I mean? That's going back in the holster, and these rifles coming off my shoulder. But that's my turn. Over.
Oh, having slowed down the one behind me, I'm going to move up to the next one.
Okay, you move up to the next one. A little hint I gave Doug, you might not be needed as you walk up and hit it with a raise. Doing, oh dear. Let's shake it. Got concerned when I saw the one.
Oh, I'm going to Benny the damage one time. I want to get these away.
Go for it. Don't forget to turn on the raise damage manually. You might.
Oh, I forgot to turn on the raise damage.
You've so far rolled one worse.
I forgot to turn on the expertise.
Yeah. You shake it.
Okay.
I'll take your original damage. Okay. The friendly turret opens fire on the turret, missing 3 times. But however, basically tracer fire flies over the heads of Merlin and Dirk and Aki. Service droid 3 unshakes and starts doing basically puts its its servo arm into Maximilian mode and starts spinning. Waif, however,
It's gonna clean you, Waif.
Waif Waif just ducks out of the way with a gentle sidestep. Back bring us to Pow Pow.
Yeah, I definitely want to summon the Storm Spirit because I'm hoping for this is going to get us off the train. Hurry.
Go for it. So you're summoning a Storm Spirit, yep. Okay, you can summon it up to your smarts range unless you. So where do you want to summon it?
I'm going to summon it just behind the turret. I'll put it as far away from me as possible. Further up the trail. So is it on the combat tracker?
Not yet. So that's as far as it can be away from you. So is it far away from you?
Yeah.
There, okay.
Yeah, right on the end of that.
One storm spirit appears.
I'm going to move up as well if I can.
Okay.
Actually, I'm kind of hoping once we recover the item that Donahue can force the doors, then we can all meet up, and then we are going to jump off the train.
I'm glad
the wind will catch you.
Okay. You're going to jump off the train. Okay.
Yes, the wind will, trust me, the wind will, I have read it in the spirits, the wind will catch them as they jump from the train. And they will all land very, very softly.
He's been smoking again.
Possibly.
You're in a tunnel that you're in a train that the first stop out of California is Seattle. It's a bit of a walk back, but anyway.
You can hitchhike the way back.
You'd have to get out of the tunnel first.
I've got an electronic thumb.
Anyway, what's the Storm Spirit doing?
What the Storm Spirit going to do is going to and then it's going to target the turret and lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, go for it. There we go. Well, I rolled a 1, but I'll be nice and let you roll it because you got. I'll be nice and let you roll it. I didn't actually mean to roll it. I was just targeting stuff.
Righty ho. So it's just focus skill into it.
It should be on the combat tab. There should be lightning bolt.
Oh no, we never get around to fixing it. Don't think.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I've got a button that when I press it, it clicks apply.
You don't see the D6 to the left of it.
No.
Oh, that's annoying. I don't know why that is. Anyway, it misses because I rolled a 3 for you.
Right.
That brings us to Mr. Donahue. Although you do.
Okay. Turret 2's already acted. I think I'm gonna have to multi-action, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I'm going to do. My first thing is to try and do that friend or foe file forced upload on the turret.
Okay. On turret 2, go for it. Whoa.
Oh. Finally, something better.
Okay. Turret 2 is now friend.
And then I'm gonna go after that other avatar.
Oh, that your avatar will do that. You don't have to multi-action to do that.
Oh.
I know that sounds strange, but I decided your avatar is a self-contained program. It's not you, if that makes sense.
Oh no, I mean I'm actually going to attack. If I can, I'm actually going to attack through my firewall at that avatar.
Oh yeah, but your avatar can attack the other. What I'm trying to say is your avatar can attack the avatar on its own action because. But if you want to attack it as well, by all means, do so.
Yeah, that's why I was multi-actioning.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Combat.
Because what I'm saying is, when you wrote that file, you wrote like a self-contained AI program that is able to do its defend itself, if that makes sense. So, yep, its parry is not a 2. Its parry would be its hacking skill, which would be 6, wouldn't it? I'll need to sort that out. But that's because it's doing versus hacking. So you can belly that if you wish to. Let's see if I'm working.
I think I will. Just a moment. I have to fix my cyber attack because my hacking has gone up.
Now I know why the Storm Spirit's broken.
Why?
Because I'm looking at the character sheet in my allies tab, which will all be outdated because we've fixed it since then, haven't you?
Ah, yes. Okay, so you personally attempt to basically attack the enemy avatar through the system, and it has, but you're unable to do so. Okay, what do you want to do with the service droid?
It's gonna since it can only move the 4, it's gonna keep moving forward though.
Okay, I'll move for you so you don't have to worry about that map. And then, what is the Donahue avatar going to do in cyberspace?
If it can actually attack it.
Yeah, certainly can. I set it up. If you look on the it might not be on your character sheet version. Let me see. Or maybe
I got the avatar.
Yeah, sorry, I know what's
should its
happened. I know what's
hacking be updated to mine, or is it going to be that?
It should be updated to what yours is. Yeah.
Okay.
Which means it's D10, isn't it? Damage because it's your hacking damage. There you go.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. And roll your damage. Oh, 3 wounds on the avatar. I'm going to have to see if I can soak that. Nope. Okay, you destroy... that's interesting. 3 wounds. Oh, no, it soaks one. It's not... you. It shouldn't be a wild card, so yeah, that most certainly goes down. You destroy the cyber avatar. Okay.
Okay.
That brings us to Merlin.
Well, Merlin was going to magic missile that turret, but since it's now not attacking us anymore, Merlin is just going to continue moving towards the back of the train.
What I do need to do is I need to make a note of what did you get on attacking on look, that second turret? 16, wasn't it? Yeah, 16.
Yes.
Yeah, because what I'm going to have is whatever your hacking roll will be like the firewall defense number for someone else to take over that turret, if that makes sense. So if the other hacker tries to hack them back, and he'll have to do the same. You'll have to do the same. You know what I mean? If you want to keep.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be an interesting way to make things interesting.
But if that was the guy that I just wounded, he has to worry about system shock from getting booted out.
He does indeed would have to worry about system shock from being booted out. However, what I did was he does indeed. I'd need to check that. Thank you for reminding me, because your firewall is its own entity, whereas he was literally jacked in himself. It's dump shock, isn't it?
Yep.
Actions in cyberspace. I can dump shock. A character ejected. Dump shock is equivalent to a level of fatigue. Dump shock. Yep. So he's fatigued. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so he will basically have to deal with the fact that you just did that. He is going to make a hacking attempt on the turret. He gets a 5. So turret, even with his fatigue, he gets a 5. So the turret in the cargo area, suddenly the IFF targeting seems to have reset. Okay, service droid number 2 recovers and advances to there, and will attempt to. That's all it can do. It cannot basically reach Waif with its spinning cleaning attachments. And turret number 2 is online, but it's friendly. That brings us to Aki, who gets a joker.
Excellent.
Donahue, I am assuming Donahue notices the turret in the room you're in has reset on targeting markers, and will announce that.
I thought I had shook number 3, the one in front of me.
Why has the turret behind me suddenly become red?
Because someone just hacked it.
It has been counter-hacked.
Well, in that case, I'm going to spin around and shoot the fucking thing with my assault rifle.
This is it. You see, this is what I decided. I suddenly realised I'd missed a great trick here. Have a situation where Donahue's taking control of systems, and then there's someone else trying to take control of them back. It just makes things much more chaotic and hopefully fun. Go for it.
Sorry, ignore that. I'm going to do the 3-shot version. I'm shooting it 3 times.
Well, you could just hit with a raise with that one if you want, with a joker bonus, and the effect it's got AP and everything else, and hit with.
I might kill it. Okay, this.
You did.
Good. So that's the end of that thing then. Good.
That's the
That's
end
what
of
I...
the thing, yep.
Excellent. And then I'm going to. Actually, I might run. No, I can't run until I haven't declared it. Have I? Go on, I'll just move forward. That's it.
Move forward. Okay.
Wait, wasn't that one friendly? Do we need to destroy this one too, even though it's friendly?
Maybe we do need to destroy it, yeah.
Okay, service droid number 3 attempts to clean up on Waif, this time missing. I thought it was going to hit with that raise, but obviously your Waif's defenses are very good. Pow pow! The turret next to you suddenly basically started pointing at you and Aki shot it.
Right. Well, in that case, oh, a bit nervous about waste at the minute, but sure she can handle a couple of mops. In fact, you know what? I'm going to run as well. Yeah, I've looked at a D4 running dice.
Ah, fair enough. Sorry, this is me talking to you. Yeah, it's okay. For now, I'm happy with what we said.
Well, that's what it was. Is I thought there was something about
Yeah,
not being able to just jump back into cyberspace, which is why I was looking.
yeah,
Because it says that they're down for like 2d6 rounds that they.
yeah,
So I wasn't sure if that was like my firewall that was separate or if that was
yeah.
him directly.
Yeah. No, to be honest, I think I've decided long ago we'll just play fast and loose with the rules because it whatever makes the most sense and fun at the time, if that makes sense. But,
Okay.
But yes, we should do it properly. But I always forget them. So yeah, you've basically damaged his deck, which would actually, I mean, I'll leave it as a point of fatigue because that still has the same effect. It basically applies a -1 penalty to all his hacking because you have damaged his deck. That's
Yeah,
why.
I mean it is damaged, and he has like the two or three wounds if he soaked one.
Yeah.
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 It was just like because I remember that was one of the things with Dump Shock is if you get booted out, you can't go you have to like reboot your deck, and you can't go immediately back into cyberspace.
No, I agree. You're right. He's got 2 wounds on his deck, so he's -2 on everything.
But he would still be there against my firewall unless he's leaving.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Basically. Okay, service droid number 2 is going to basically gang up and attack Waif from behind with its spinning servo arm. Missing. Makes life easy for me. Right. What are we going to do now? I think what we're going to do now is I think we're going to do the same thing. I think we'll try creating a... Nope. So basically, there's nothing appears to be happening there, so you're in the clear. So basically, you see some firewall buffer denies as he tries to. The guy's obviously trying to get back into the secure area, but he's failing. Your avatar's standing sentry still. Merlin.
Oh, he wasn't actually in the secure area.
That's what you it looks like may well be the case. It looks like he wasn't. You suspect it seems that he somehow had access to it, but he might not have been in it himself. That's correct.
I'm not going to run die a D4.
I.e., someone, I mean, if he may well have been patched into the cure area, but outside it himself. Yes.
Listen, Dirk, we are mercenaries. Yes. We do fight for money. Yes. But we also do have some honor and some sense of righteousness. And if this is something that should not be in this other woman's hands, then you need to tell us what it is so that we can know that and act accordingly.
Go on then, make a persuasion check. As long as you don't critically fail, you'll get there. Oh, 5, nice. With last round and everything else, he basically just turns. He looks at you and mutters, saying, "There's no way in hell I'm letting that woman become a mother."
Explain.
That's all he can say in the 6 seconds. Waif.
Yeah, well, I'm going to deal with the one in front of me first.
It's a child we're getting off the train.
I hope not.
Oh no, not any of this.
It's either going to be a fertilized egg or something along those lines.
Okay, I've knocked out this one.
You have indeed.
And then I'm going to drop to the floor and not leaving the range of the service droid too, but I'm going to get below it. I'm assuming they're floating droids, right?
They are very much so, yeah.
And I'm going to drop directly below it.
Okay. Mr. Donahue, sir.
All right. I am going to try and throw up a firewall around the train itself to cut off any outside communications to find out if this guy is on the train or not.
Okay, go for it. Okay, are you happy with a 6? You're just
I'll
saying.
try bending on that.
Yeah, that's okay. Go for it.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the 6.
6 it is. Okay, that's a train firewall, so he needs to basically, he'll need to, before he can even get into the system, he'll need to beat your train firewall. Service droid, do you want me to just move it another 4 inches down the train?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. And your avatar's basically silently guarding cyberspace, so I don't, unless there's anything clever you want to try with that.
No, so he is out of cyberspace then. Okay.
Well, he's out of that cyberspace glitch map is the data area around the secure area, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Unless it can like start trying to give me access to that secure area, which it sounded like it was a hard.
It's a hard line job. Yeah, you need to.
So it didn't sound like that was possible. So it's just going to stand on guard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I figured. Okay, that brings us to the next round. Ignoring the fact there are people on hold, that we'll get you through this train yet, guys. Okay, Aki. Looks like you're first because turret 2 is friendly at the moment.
Oh, I moved into that room, didn't I? Okay, so turret 2.
It's friendly at the moment.
I'm going to walk up to turret 2 and shoot it.
Really well guarded.
It's really well guarded, but I just don't trust it.
It's got a level 16 firewall around it at the moment. You hit it.
I'm just warning in case it decides that to change you back over to foe for having attacked it.
It doesn't really matter. It's just the fact that once the turrets are demolished, then if there's any reason they would have been actually helpful to have, but it's not there anymore. I wouldn't worry. I'm sure it'd be fine.
I've got a compact assault rifle. Don't worry about anything. You know what I mean? Plus, I've got that edge. What's the edge called?
Rock and roll.
I've got rock and roll, baby. So no one's going to mess with me anymore. Okay, I'm sick of that penalty for shooting. And then
continue moving.
Then I'll go forward and walk past the fire elemental and tap him on the forehead. Why did I move backwards for?
Because you moved up to the turret. So I deducted.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, I moved too far. Yeah, sorry. I thought I was just doing a dance.
So I deducted the movement you'd already done. Merlin.
You've got a big orange circle around your avatar, Doswalk.
Have I?
On my stream.
Oh yeah, I can see me there. Oh, that looks rather nice. Everyone's sitting there.
Yeah, they're all active as well.
You have to send me the code.
I have sent you the code.
Oh, okay. I'll get it working.
It's on Discord. I sent you a text file with it all in. Most of it, anyway.
Wonderful. Yeah, no, I shall certainly have a play with that. Try and get it ready for Pathfinder. Merlin!
Don't want her to become a mother. What do you mean? This is not making any sense to me.
Basically... don't worry, you got him talking now, as it were.
Oh, okay.
So don't worry too much about the fact you failed. Even with but with the bonus you succeed. He goes, I'm going to. I am undergoing numerous. I am about to undergo numerous procedures. Therefore, which may or may not, regardless of whether or not they restore my mobility, will most likely render other bodily functions inert. Therefore, I placed certain items, certain millions of items into deep freeze storage.
Oh right, you fired one out into a blanket, right?
My ex-wife is paranoid, is obsessed with becoming a mother, even though she is the most. It turned out has proven to be the most unsuitable mother possible. Anyway, Donahue.
Okay.
Oh, it's his ex-wife.
Well, he assumes it's his ex-wife.
We're all hearing it. We're all listening in. I don't think we're actually interacting, but yeah,
Mr.
we
Donahue.
can hear what he's saying.
And this is why
Okay.
private investigators don't like getting in divorce cases.
All right, so the guy, so far, he's still not back in cyberspace as far as I can tell, right?
No, it looks like you basically upset him.
And you said there's turrets in all of these cars?
Potentially there are, yes.
I'm going to try and take the control of the one that I'm in.
Okay, go for it. There you go.
And basically make it ally, give it the friend profile,
It's already green.
allies and me.
Okay, it comes online. It's found a target.
That passenger?
Yep.
They're just stun rounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The passenger just yelps in shock and horror and dives to one side as the turret opens fire on a passenger. The service droid will continue to advance, I assume, keeping up with Pow Pow.
Yep.
And I assume at the moment your avatar can't do a lot, as it were.
Stands guard.
Stands guard, indeed. Right, let's see what he gets up to. Okay, that's fine. Pow Pow.
Popo, well, we're all hunky-dory up there. Gonna go on hold, to be perfectly honest.
I'm going to actually make modifier actual damage deck rather than.
We're just all piling up for this door, aren't we?
Yep.
I am going to go on hold. Is this until?
Okay, service droid number 2 basically flips over and basically lowers it, basically tries to lower itself down, but obviously that's too complicated. Its wife is beneath it in a position that the service arm just cannot get to. Wife.
Okay, then I'm going to roll behind him and jump to my feet, and I'm going to strike at him.
Okay, go for it. Definitely seems. Is everyone finding the map a lot more stable since we turned lighting off?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's worrying, isn't it? But anyway, not to worry. And there's a complicated map with lots of lights. So.
We haven't been moving much, really, have we? Only a few inches. Before we were moving miles.
Okay, I rolled, and it's not.
It's obviously thinking about how many times it is going to roll that 12-sided dice. Okay, you hit. Roll that damage.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna Benny that one time.
Okay, go for it. Don't forget to turn on the extra damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this one's going down. Yep, that definitely
Wave does, and then I'm gonna
crushes the ground and shower sparks.
let Donahue know that these 2 service droids are down.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Right. That brings us to, well, the turret you've just activated isn't going to do anything, so my word. You know what? I'm going to be really nice. One of the turret that is under Donahue's control got a Joker, so I'm going to give all of you a Benny. Because it's an ally. Aki.
I'm going up to this door. And I'm going to...
You're going to open it. Okay. You open the door. Basically an empty corridor, an empty cargo area appears beyond it. Turret, it looks like no one's activated the turret in this area.
Oh, it's time to push Mr. Wheelie Bin, isn't it? I mean, Mr. Jared. Mr. Wheelie Bin.
Mr. Wheelie Bin. Okay.
You know, the funny thing about the turret, because the turret must come out of a hatch or something, I would just jam the hatch. You can knock a wedge in it or something.
That's a good idea. They come down from the ceiling. There is a turret hatch in this room. Or if you want the other, actually, it's the cargo area. If you really want, what you do is you get Mr. Donahue to attempt to activate that turret on your behalf as well. But anyway, are you going to carry on moving into that room?
I can't. I've finished I've got no more move left unless we're out of combat. Are we out of
Okay.
combat?
No, we're technically not, because it's slower to get you down the train, but it's also better. It's more interesting in other ways. Okay. Actual powers have run out, but that's absolutely fine. So what I need to do now is go. Why the hell did I delete him when I didn't need to? I'm going to cry. So give me a second. There we go. Oh, damn it, I've done that wrong. That should have been hacking there. And that should have been cyber attack up there. Then I come back to here. Its parry should be that. And the toughness is that. And there we go. We'll do that. And we do that. Okay. That brings us to Donahue.
Okay.
Your avatar has just registered the entry of two
people trying to from outside the train or inside the train?
They're trying to break into the secure area. No one's appeared to try to penetrate your train firewall.
All right. That gets sent to the party, and I will work with my avatar to go after these
Yeah, they're not really ISIS, because they've been injected into the system. They're not actually trained system ISIS, but it looks they're constructs piggybacking off the ICE code, as it were. So yeah, you hit the ice. That basically destroys that ice. They're not wild cards. Sorry, that destroys that one because I'm creating the avatar from the wild card. It clones them as wild cards. So you personally destroy one of the ices. The service droid, I assume you're going to move 4 inches, and over to your avatar.
And it will attack.
Go for it. Sorry, I'll help you target it because obviously cyberspace doesn't matter. So it literally jumps through the air and lands on a towering skyscraper above you as your avatar attacks it. Oh! And I'm afraid it critically fails. I'm going to say leaving it vulnerable. Merlin.
Hey, Aki, you want to be a daddy?
No.
I mean, we could always trade out samples, right? She would still get what she wants, and he would get what he wants, and we can get paid twice for this job.
All right.
Sounds to
Okay,
me
we
like
could
somebody's
keep
volunteering, Merlin.
his samples and give her some free dwarf samples. Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's a horrifying thought. Yes, it's a good idea. I like it.
She's going to get it.
I don't mind. I'm game.
I'm assuming that's in person.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that to him as I roll past him and into the cargo area.
I'm assuming you're all on the same comms, so you can't anything you say like in character is heard by everyone else.
Yeah, we can all hear it. Yeah. Do you fancy
wait.
having a wank, Aki?
Okay, I'm getting from Donahue that there's a hacker here on the train somewhere, but not in the car we're targeting.
No.
The only person I've seen coming through that's still conscious is the bartender. Is there any way, Donahue, is it ahead of you, behind us?
I don't think I've been able to tell.
Well, I'm not so sure that the bartender is just what he seems to be.
Is there any cars forward of that one passenger car? That first class one?
No, that's the train. Sorry, that is actually the train.
Didn't we have combat in front of the bartender and he didn't do
If I open
anything?
it up, you can actually see it's the cabin there. Look,
Yeah, the
so-
bartender hasn't done anything. He's been standing behind that bar, and we've just all kind of ignored him.
Right,
So
he's actually lying prone behind the bar, but yeah.
I was going to say, wasn't there some other passenger that we ignored because he seemed to be asleep?
Didn't we put him to sleep? I said to put everyone asleep.
No, the only well, there's one passenger left. The one that is hiding because your turret shot at it just now. You can see, what you basically can see the whole of the train. Apart from you can see the whole of you've got what you can see is the first class area at the front of the train, the whole of the second class area, the dining area, and you've got your cameras are giving you access. You getting feed from the cargo areas, obviously, as it were. The only things you can't see are the secure areas and the first class area at the rear of the train.
But the first class area, though, I left that guard unconscious, and we've got Derek with us.
No, it's after the secure cargo, isn't it?
There are two first class areas, one at the front of the train and one at the back of the train.
Well, on my way by, because I can't be sure of the bartender, even though he's lying there prone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him once and make sure that
Okay.
he can't get any problem.
You can yank him up from behind the bar and punch him, certainly.
Oh, fucking hell.
Hey, lots of time at the dojo.
I think he's
unconscious.
He's only shaken, actually. But he to be honest, for all intents and purposes, he is a non-combatant. So even though he's just shaken, he still goes down because he's got a glass jaw. And
There is a passenger back, like 1, 2, 3 carriages, or one carriage from Donahue. Is he the unconscious guy? Is he?
No, he's being shot at by the turrets.
They are turrets, are they?
Yeah, the one up next to Donahue.
I took control of the one to defend myself.
So I'm gonna and I'm gonna let Donahue know. Well, the only other person I found conscious is now not. So it's got
Hacker's
to be
probably
elsewhere.
in after the secure cargo in the at the rear of the train. I don't know if there's any way for you to get back there past that, but
Is there a way to like now? Some trains between cars it's actually open. Sometimes it's closed. Depends on your train system.
No, these are all. This is one long. Well, this apart from the ones that have got secure doors, they're all interconnected. If you want to get to the outside of the train, you can. You basically all the doors are all the doors should be locked, but you should. Or they're at least closed. Rather, you can if you really want to clamber out the outside of the train, you can.
Yeah, I want to climb to the top of the train and move along the top of the train.
I did actually. You know what? I did have a roof mat for that very reason, but I got rid of it. I can always put it back on. It's not a problem.
There's caps at the end. I mean, the other side of the VIP passenger, there'd be a tail cap of the train, where the driver would sit,
Indeed.
or the guard would sit,
Mr. Donahue.
I'd imagine.
I'm back up again.
You're back up again.
I think I'm just gonna go on hold since.
But that ice is trying to destroy. Basically, if your avatar's destroyed, then they get back into the hacker gets back into the secure area because that's your firewall. I know I should really call it a firewall rather than an avatar, but it was easier.
I have a Benny. I'll Benny that attack.
Okay, that's a shame. Fortunately, your avatar activates before anything happens, so it's okay. It's just vulnerable still. So your avatar's available. I'll say, oh, that hits. You shake the ice. Okay. They can't do anything. Aki.
There's nothing to kill in here. Is there anything up ahead that I need to shoot? I'm just going to dash it. I'm going to run. Don't do the move. I'm going to run.
Okay.
Shit, wasn't it? Runs forward a couple of extra inches.
You've got 5 bennies if you want to try bennying it. Bearing in mind this isn't an official rule, but it's one of my rules. Okay,
I've got 5 bennies. Yeah, no, 7. That's enough. That's enough. I can get on in front anyway. If anything comes out, I can shoot it.
Merlin.
Admire the view out the window.
Oh, I have lost my cool lighting effect.
So what do you think about something like that, Dirk? If we were to give her a false sample, would you be willing to pay us for that?
I would most certainly do so. However, I suspect she'll have genetic filters and everything else at her end to check the veracity of the equipment. She's no fool. I've tried that sort of thing before. She was most upset when I tried to foist her off with Manuel's.
I foisted off with Manuel's jizz. It didn't work.
We don't really want it to get around that we betrayed a client. That wouldn't do.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the bigger issue. Is I'm all for getting paid 2 or 3 times, but you don't want to, screw over your original contractor until they do it first. Then you can fuck them up.
Yeah, then you can screw them over as many times as you like. Yeah.
I will. But I will suggest an alternative option. Of course, you complete the job and then get him to hire you to steal the item back.
Only good for 12 hours.
Oh well, out. Once it's removed from the storage system, it's only viable for 12 hours. So you've got 12 hours to get it back to her, which is okay because the
But
train.
but he can always make another donation.
Well, you get the impression. Well, yes, but that's not the issue at the moment, is it? It's the fact that yeah, she. Well, yeah. Once he has the treatment, though, he won't be able to potentially. But that's not the point. She'll still be in position. What I'm trying to say is, you give the stuff to her. She'll put it in storage until she uses it, as it were. You don't know what will happen there. Then you. But anyway, we'll worry about that later. You still got to get there. So what's the plan? I didn't expect you to be on this train this long. I apologise, guys. But you're about to reach the secure area, so. But I've enjoyed all the chit chat and the banter and the discussion about backstabbing. So Merlin, what do you wish to do?
So where is this container we're supposed to be having him open?
He's basically, as you said before, it's in the second secure coach. And
Isn't that where we
You
are?
have to have a hacker back
You're
there
in the
somewhere.
third cargo coach. You've got the secure coaches to follow.
Ah. Okay, so let us. Ooh, finally a decent run. I'm not going to open the door, but I can roll him up to it.
He sort of yelps in shock as you accelerate down the cargo corridor, charging him towards the door. And stop at the very last second. Okay. No one did anything, did they, about this room? Oh well. The ice recovers and cyber attacks your firewall avatar, hitting. Doing. But not enough to damage it. That brings us to Waif.
Okay, and I'd already specified I was going to the top of the train.
So you're going to open the door and clamber out. Okay.
Now, so what is that going to require?
Well, you need you just need to go to one of the doors, open it, and then basically not make no, the doors on the side of the train, not the
Oh, okay.
which are actually windows, but you should still be able to open and close them, which is why I used windows, so you can see out of them.
Okay. Now,
The only thing I'll point out is, that any sort of problems climbing onto the roof of this train at 200 miles an hour might be bad.
well, I had yelled to Donahue to see if he can slow this thing down. Do you need an athletics check for me to actually climb to the roof?
Yeah. That's not a problem, even with the wind penalties. So, okay, I'm going to put you outside the train because I'm not going to worry about putting a roof on or having a separate train roof. So you open the doors, which obviously you have to wedge them open, and then you basically clamber onto the roof of the train, which we will represent by putting you outside the train. So you can now move along the top of the train. Of course, there will be, every time you get to one of the gaps, you will have to jump.
That's fine.
Okay. Turret number 2 activates. And opens fire. Hitting Merlin twice and Dirk once.
Didn't I hack control that one?
Not
No.
this one.
No. Ouch. Dirk Jared just takes 4 wounds.
Is there any way that I could use my body to cover Dirk? I mean, that's kind of why I made sure that he was. I stayed between him and potential turret spots the whole time.
I know. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens to you first. Because I was expecting it to do the damage on you first. So. Okay, basically you will be shaken. So what I'm trying to say is this is how it goes down. You're hit and shaken by the first bursts of rounds. If you want to jump in front, I will allow you to jump in front of the damage from Dirk. Don't forget it's non-lethal. But if you want to, you'll need to spend a penny to unshake, and then I can always transfer the damage that hit Dirk onto you instead. If you deliberately position yourself between Dirk and the gun at the turret, if that makes sense.
Bloody turrets.
Okay, so you unshake and you heroically dive in front. Well, you know what I mean, literally dive in front of the shot, taking 4 wounds of non-lethal damage, soaking one of them.
Did I miss my turn?
Let me soak again. I got a couple extra bennies here.
Be my guest. I'll.
Did I miss my turn?
No.
All right. Okay. I'm sitting there thinking, what happened? Yeah. Okay. All right. People talking about food has distracted me.
In a funny way, you're probably better off being knocked out than actually taking the 3 wounds, ironically. 10. So that would take it down to 2 wounds.
That I'll take.
Because obviously I'm ignoring the wound penalty because obviously you haven't.
Sure, yeah.
I've got a card that can get you out of that shit. So.
Okay. Here we go. Dirk is quite impressed that you literally interloped yourself and fills the shot and goes, "Oh my word! Oh gosh, are you okay, Donahue?"
Aye, sorry. I was going to end of the round. I was going to request interrupt before you go to the
go
next
for it.
round.
Yeah, go for it. Request interrupt for the end of this round. Oh,
What I was going to do was get the
friendly turret got a joker, so you all get pennies.
All right, so I cannot try to hack turret 2 because it's in the secure area, right?
Turret 2 is not in the secure area.
Turret 2 won't be around for much longer anyway. Don't worry. Once I get my go, I'm going to blow the fuck out of it.
It's got a firewall level of 6.
Oh, I thought I couldn't access it because it's in the secure.
No. That's the last.
We haven't made it to the secure area yet.
You're just about to enter the secure area.
Okay. I will.
There was much discussion about nobbling the turret, and then no one nobbled it, so I decided to activate it. Or rather, the hack.
I didn't have the chance because I didn't have a.
I know you didn't. I know. No, I'm not talking about you.
Pow did say, why don't we just put a wedge in so it can't get out? Yeah, but no one thought of following through. Yeah.
Well, no one got the chance, to be honest.
Pow's just missed it as well.
I'll hack that one as well.
Right,
Go for it.
I'm gonna multi-action, and I can also attack the guy.
I'm still moving. So lightning bolt make a difference. There you go. It's not going to make a difference.
You don't get past the firewall on the turret.
So that 4 would have been a hit, would it not?
No, because it ran.
Oh, no, it didn't run. I ran. I rolled the dice and get the run penalty.
Go on then. Well, that's because. Oh yeah. Roll the damage.
Damage on it.
I think I'll Benny that damage.
Okay.
Shakes it.
Yep.
That's better.
That ice is gone, isn't it? Yeah. It's interesting. It's not applying the damage, but I can live with that. Ice number 2 is incapacitated. I can do the sums in my head, and down it goes. Splat. Nicely done. That's right. Okay. Service droid moves 4 inches. Your avatar is just standing guard, I assume.
Yeah, it'll be like, doing his firewall thing.
Okay. Turret can't do anything. That's going on hold. Wave.
Okay, I'm running along the top of the train.
You are indeed keeping you're having to be slightly ducked down. So basically, okay, you're gonna. We'll see how many.
And I'm gonna have to leap at least once. It's gonna take an athletics check when I go across this first gap.
It will do, yeah. Which you don't have any problems with. So you basically run along the top of the train to there. Oh, no, actually, I'll take that back. They can't. Okay, Aki.
Well, I'm going to kill the turret because he looks at me funny.
Okay. Just want you to open the secure area. I must put one more cargo car in than I thought I had. Anyway, not to worry. Shoot it. Shoot it, sir. And shoot it now. Oh, he went full auto on it. Missing
God,
twice.
blimey. That's terrible.
Says Captain 7 Bennies.
Well, the whole point of having bennies is so you can smash the crap out of it a bit more often.
Okay, so basically your first shot takes it out. And it explodes in a shower of sparks. And then you can move but not run because you didn't declare a run before you opened fire.
Okay, I'm going to move up there.
Okay.
And are we out of combat yet?
No. Well, only because there's cyber combat going on in the background. But I think for all intents and purposes, we could say we're out. I will take.
I've got a card here that I can play, which will remove all the wounds from Merlin, and but it only gives him a -2 persuasion for the next month.
Oh, it makes him ugly. Hot iron and risk.
Yeah, I was just going to tell the guy,
whiskey.
yeah, I'll be fine. It's going to leave a bruise, but I've certainly had worse.
Okay, so I think yeah. Okay, so Merlin, I'm afraid, a bit like Waif who had all her hair burnt off, you basically going to have some unfortunate bruising that causes some sort of tickle, something that gives you a -2 persuasion for the next month.
Yeah, I caught quite a few of those along my neck and face is what happened. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You probably have some unpleasant allergic reaction to them.
Yeah, one of them bullets hit you in the teeth, and when you're talking, you got blood coming out all the time. So it's a bit, yeah.
Okay. Righty ho. Okay. For all intents, I am going to unlock the tokens to let you sort of regroup because all the turrets that can be activated in a hostile manner against you are deactivated. So go for it.
Along the top of the train.
Yeah, you can move along the top of the train.
This is the point they'll be coming through.
Ja la 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 la.
I'll move up the asteroid and we'll move up that. Okay, so you're basically regrouping by.
A wee bit.
What is Waif doing outside the train?
She's on top of the train.
She's running along the roof. I got out after I took down the 2 service droids.
You would, wouldn't you? You ninja on the rooftop.
Okay, so all you need to do is hack the door. You'll be into the secure area. Once you're there, what you can do is you can run a cable out of the secure area, patch it into the data line in the cargo area, which will give Donahue access to the secure area, which is what Donahue suspects someone has already done for the other hacker. However, Donahue has put up a firewall that blocks access around the edge of it, so therefore the other hacker has not been able to get back into the secure area.
So, an electronics roll?
To pick the door, yes. Okay, you unlock the door. And open the door, revealing the contents of inside the door. So there was a really cool lighting effect in here that I've turned off.
Turn it on now because we're back in the. Turn the lighting back on now. We're in this end of the train. It
just makes an eerie glow for this area. Okay, so there seems to be So first thing you can look, there seems to be some sort of package near on the ground this side. It seems to be some sort of, you're not sure what it is. But at the other end, there seems to be a sort of a sphere that's emitting a strange green light. In addition, there seem to be these strangely armor-clad warriors. They're moving very gracefully. Each one appears to be a different colour. As the door opens, they all turn and look at you. Even though, well, they all turn and face you, and draw blades and pistols as one. Turret. Pow pow.
Righty-o.
They provide that they hacked me in so that I have access to that system.
They haven't hacked you in yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if they want to do that in the combat, they most certainly can attempt to do so, but they haven't done it yet.
Oh, I thought they did to get the door open.
No. What I said was once they get inside, they can run a line through the door back into the next coach to give you access, which is what you suspect has happened at the other end.
Now, is it smarts to the centre of a circle or to the edge?
To the center.
To the centre.
Unfortunately.
Centre, right.
How are people PowerPoint? No, it's probably the sphere that's draining the power.
No, I'm asking the other player
yes.
characters.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's actually probably 1 inch along, and it's probably. That's close enough for me. But I'm going to cast. I can't really quite see in there, so I'm just going to cast Entangle and spray the whole thing with silly string.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, all I'm seeing is just a wedge of light from that first door. Everything else is grayed.
Yeah, we're out of line of sight of the beasties now, aren't we? So.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
but
so I'm just gonna
Aki
close the
I
whole
mean,
place
unless they're hiding, Aki should be able to see all that distance, and I'm still not seeing anything, even with party view.
Let's see what.
Because they're not lit up. That's why they're in darkness. Yeah.
I'll turn the lighting back off. Is that all right, better?
But Pow Merlin, how are your PowerPoints?
Oh, I see. How people PowerPoints. Yeah. I miss the old days where you could see them up top. Okay, well, that's one heck of a casting of Entangle.
Donahue's got 4. Pow's got 5. Merlin's got 6.
So who's in? So
That's Parry, isn't it? Yeah, where's the PowerPoint's gone?
PowerPoint marker has been removed because of multiple arcane backgrounds. It becomes a little more interesting. You know what I mean?
Because of that Savage Pathfinder thing.
No, it's actually Rifts. It's actually Rifts. It's been removed for because Savage Pathfinder, you have a shared PowerPoint of PowerPoints, but Rifts, each arcane background has its own PowerPoints, and it's actually Rift's fault that he basically took off PowerPoints because if you've got more than one arcane background, how do you know which PowerPoints are which? If that makes sense.
Okay.
Well, as long as it encourages people to talk to each other, that's good.
Exactly. Okay, you basically fire off the city string.
So if I targeted 4 and 2,
they're bound.
Down, because I got a raise on it.
Yeah, they should be showing. They should be bound. I thought I'd just done them.
They're entangled, bound.
Yeah, they're bound.
All right, okay. In that case,
cannot move, can only break free.
So I'm going to move up. Have the spirit guy. Fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he can get to the corner, can he?
Okay, he gets to the corner.
Right, so the question is, can you actually see anybody from there?
The sphere usually got line of sight.
Yeah, he can see everything, I think, yeah.
Right, he's going to lob a light.
If I click on Storm Spirit, he can see all the targets.
again. Somewhere along the line, I must have deleted one of my lines of sight.
So that's him done. And then, aye, PowerPoints were kind of okay for it at the minute.
Are these robots? Did you say?
Nah, well,
I think one is, but I think most of them are. Now they're all guardians, so I think they're actual people.
Right.
they're armored space elves.
Damn armored space.
Basically, they're actually, let's have a common knowledge roll from Aki being a dwarf and hating elves. Yeah, they're some strange, obscure cult of elves who basically, given that it hasn't been that long since metahumans appeared, they basically they stole a spaceship, went out into the stars, and came back a little stranger.
Elves that are a little stranger than elves. God, it must be a right mess.
Wow, you're not entirely
I
sure.
won't feel bad killing them then.
Okay, the Elvari Guardian. Have they lost all their bloody? Have something happened to their stats? Because I'm not seeing their. I'm going to cry. I am going to cry.
I don't believe you. I'm gonna pretend to cry.
They've lost all their weaponry, or are more likely I forgot to put them on in the first place. Okay, and then they should have. Okay, so then I'm just going to have to keep his stats open so I can copy it onto all of the others. So he is going to target the dwarf and move. He's going to move forwards to there, breaking cover, and then target the dwarf. Oops, let's try that again. Let's get it right. There we go. He's going to shoot at Aki with his shuriken pistol. Hitting
Shuriken pistol. Oh, he's having a laugh.
Actually, your toughness bonus has disappeared, hasn't it? Your penalty has expired, isn't it?
Yes. Okay, so I'm afraid, Aki, you are. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there, but anyway, it didn't appear to actually do the damage to who I thought it was doing the damage to. So let's try that again.
Says apparently I'm shaken.
Yep. How the hell are you being shaken after that many dice rolled? Yes, you're unharmed. You're unharmed, then you're shaken. You're going to be shaken again. Do you want to spend a penny to unshake?
I just did spend a penny. Do I need to spend 2 pennies?
Oh, so you spend a penny to unshake, and then you're shaken again. Yeah.
And then you have to spend another penny to do that.
Yeah, the point being is, if you spend a penny after being shaken, then when you're shaken the second time, you
Don't get a wound.
Basically,
If that's the point, he's
No.
shaking. He's shaking. He pennies it. He's shaking again, and he needs to penny again to get a little check.
Yeah. I know that. It was just that's why I was. Yeah.
Or if you're only going to be taking one wound, you can soak and not be shaken.
That's true.
But then you have to take the risk of not successfully soaking.
This Elvari Guardian. Actually, I'll tell you what this Elvari Guardian is going to do. He's going to start there. He's going to shoot Alki with a shuriken pistol. Hitting once. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Ignore that. He's bound. He's got to escape first. So he'll have to use his vibro. He's going to use his vibro braid to fail to cut himself free. Okay. Sorry about that.
To hit me, bastard.
You are standing in the middle of the doorway, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, this is what I do. I do it to be the target, so everyone's attention is focused on me, and then Wave comes in and fucks them all up. Just drilling a hole through the roof now.
Basically, there's just shuriken, like these really light micro density fiber shurikens flying all over the place, hitting the door frame, hitting everything. But okay,
I'm going to say it on the. I'm going to say it on the intercom. Wave, you're missing all these shuriken that are missing.
Pick some up for me.
right. He's going to use.
Will do.
He's going to attempt to use his vibro braid to break free and fail miserably. Wave.
Now, I'm on top of the train, just past the entry that they're being shot at through. Are there any other like windows, doors on this side of the train?
You can't see any on this side of the train, but you are on the roof, so you can. What I will say is you can move over to the other. You move over to the other side of the train, and you can see that there are two sets of doors on this side of the train.
Okay, my regular move should get me across the train and by the first set of doors. I think that's all.
Yep, that seems reasonable. Sticking your head down and peeking in. That's what you can see. Donahue, are you still AFK? Yes. No.
They still don't know I'm up here.
Indeed not.
You're still.
I think Donahue's still AFK. Put him on hold. The Elven Decker will attempt. What will he do? See.
Elven Decker? We know about the Elven Decker now.
Well, given that there's another elf, given that there's another hacker on the train, and then you've just run into a bunch of elves, I'm going to say, okay. Hacking attack against the avatar. It's doing. You can come off hold at any time, sir.
I'm looking at. They destroyed the turret too that was in that last cargo thing, right?
They did.
Going to move. Well, it'll act differently. I'll probably have the service droid go first.
Okay.
I won't get in there.
In the meantime, I'm afraid your avatar has just been your firewall around the security has just been destroyed.
Can I spend a Benny for it to soak? Try and soak?
No, because it's a separate entity rather than being directly controlled by you. If that makes sense. I'm fudging the rules. It was literally a completely separate AI rather than you know what I mean. Well, not a true AI, but you know what I mean. It was a construct, a digital construct.
I'd need to take something like a leadership edge to be able to spend bennies for it.
We'll work something out.
Maybe. Okay.
Yep. So you move the train forwards.
Droid won't get in there to do that, so I think I'm going to try and put that firewall or communications block out back up to keep them from interfering with the rest of the train.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to Benny that. That's very good.
No worries.
Ah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it will succeed. It's just obviously if anything higher, the higher you get is it sets its parry, as it were, for cyber attacking.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is this is the last round, so if you've got one Benny left, if you want to give it one last go.
Yeah, I don't really have
much.
Oh, geez. Yeah, no.
Okay, so we do get one. We do get another one of your avatars. You do create another one of your avatars.
I will use.
I'll put it back in the cyberspace.
I'll use my adventure card.
Oh, nice.
just in case. So anybody with power points gets back.
You get to roll 2d6 and get your power points back. So, Bernie, you might as well blow them all and then roll 2d6. And then use 5 bennies to get the rest back.
Or blow them all and then roll 2d6 and then blow them all again and then spend the bennies.
Yeah, but basically time-wise, this will be the last round.
Yeah,
today.
no, I know.
I know. So, anyway,
I mean, we're running out of time.
we are indeed. Once we're actually going to the allocated full length.
If you get your watch and just set it back an hour, you've got another hour.
Yes, that doesn't work on wives.
Yeah, for some reason that just doesn't work. Now I'm looking at my elementals to decide which one I'm going to summon. These guys are using shuriken. I presume those are not non-lethal. So.
Oh yeah, these guys. Because these guys basically they're like you. They're not meant to be here.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and summon an agile, powerful fire elemental.
Oh, we're going for a fire elemental, an agile and powerful fire elemental. Go for it.
Click the right button would make a difference. There we go.
Oh, you got a raise. So I think rather
That
than
increases the strength and vigor by 1 die each.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to add it to the combat tracker. Then I'm going to give it its token. And then because you got the raise, I get to increase what?
Strength and vigor both go up by 1 die type.
I get the impression there's a typo with powerful fire elementals. I have to check that.
Powerful can be summoned with flame strike ability, which is a ranged attack.
Yeah, no, it's just I can't. I'd be very surprised. Maybe they do start at strength 4, but that strikes me as a bit odd.
Yeah, they start at strength 4. This is a lesser fire elemental.
Oh, a lesser fire elemental,
strong.
of course. Yes. Yeah. That's fine. So it gets a D6 strength and a D6 an extra. So I raised the strength and I raised the vigor. Okay, which puts its toughness up by 1. So there we go. And where do you want it summoned?
I'm going to summon it. Let me make sure it's within range here. Yeah, I'm going to summon it right. Okay, that works too. I will summon it as close to the non-numbered one as I can. And then for its action, it will step up and start smacking on the numbered one.
Okie dokie. You need its stats?
Yes, I will, please.
There you go. Steps up to the non-numbered one.
And we are going to Fiery Touch. There it is.
Oh, that hits. I assume there's a chance of setting this poor chap on fire.
Well, possibly. Bang. There it goes.
That's a wound. It doesn't really matter unless he soaks it. I've got quite a few bennies. He does soak it, but I take it there is a chance to set him off for a while. But let's say there is. Go roll that d6. Do you want a 1 or 6? And then roll a d6.
Let's go with the 6.
Okay, roll that d6. Oh, you
bam!
Nice, he's on fire.
He is very on fire.
Okay, so next round he'll take 1d10 damage because he's on fire. So although he actually soaked the elemental stuff, that if you look at them, they've got float. Oh, that's the one without a hat on. So yeah, it's basically although he takes no damage, the poor elf's hair is on fire. And Aki.
And in addition, he will take his damage field damage.
Oh, of course. Oh, go roll the damage field damage. Sorry, I forgot about the damage field damage.
Oh, that's not going to do anything. Okay.
Nearly did, though. Okay, that brings us to Mr. Aki, sir, who unshakes for the final act of today. The cliffhanger action, in fact.
Okay, well, I got my gun out.
Did you ever put it away after you went in the thingy with Donahue? Put him tish. Don't
Hit.
forget your 2d6 PowerPoints, Mr. Merlin, sir.
Did I hit all three of them? Hit.
No,
Hit. Who did I miss?
you missed the Elvari Guardian.
Hit with a raise. Hit. And a miss. Right, well, that's 2 hits then, so I'll roll the damage on 2 hits.
That's a wound. And that's a wound. Two of the Guardians decease. And that is where we shall leave it today, guys. Oh, that took me.
Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll.
I hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit of a slog through the trade, but I wanted it to be an interesting slog through the trade, and I think I'm quite happy with how it turned out. If it was a bit slower than I hoped, but hope you enjoyed that.
That's perfectly fine. It's good.
So we are. I'm needing to. We will be playing next Sunday, but after that, I will let you know if it. Yeah, I mean, it will either be. After that, it'll either be the Sunday after that, or one after. What I'm trying to work out is if I can get a situation where it will be a Sunday and then the next week the Saturday, and that makes sense. So I'm not ending up doing 2 at once. It's just unfortunate, basically.
It's just not enough time when you're working.
No, it's not enough time. It's not so much that not enough time when I'm working. It's just the fact that with everything with normality returning, there are things that are taking away from the time that I used to use to actually be able to sit around and prep, if that makes sense. And at some point, they will make it. Obviously, actually having to commute again at some point will take up even more time. So that's the problem. But I'm totally too enjoyed to actually say we can't do it anymore. So I've negotiated the fact that every other Sunday I can do this. With the other Sundays, I'll have to do the chores and stuff and prep for the following week. So, but as I say, I hope you're still enjoying it, guys. And
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Because just to confirm, we're all seasoned, aren't we?
Yeah, you're one as from my guesstimates, you're all one advance off becoming veteran, aren't you?
Yep, that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah. I'm 7.
Except for Pal because he missed a few. He missed a couple. He missed one.
No, I'm seasoned. I'm seasoned. I'm on 6.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're 6, but everyone else is 7. Is what I'm saying. Is you're 1 behind.
Right. Okay.
But that's fine. So anyway, thanks very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did, and I shall see you. Yeah, because it's I'll definitely we can finish this one, and I'll make sure I've got the plans for the next one ready. And so we'll play next Sunday, but then I suspect it will be a week after Sunday from then on. But I'll let you know. But I'll try and keep it a steady schedule. Obviously, Pathfinder on Tuesday for those that are playing that, or those that want to watch it. And thanks so much, because like always, I'll leave Fantasy Grounds running if there's any spending you want to do for PowerPoints or any other note taking or updating. And I'm going to run away now and get all my stuff. Thanks very much, guys. Bye now.
Have a good one. See you Tuesday.
See you later, everybody.
Adios.